Every
Welcome
day.
in, everybody. Welcome to session 2. Oh, screwed it up. Who's this guy? Oh, I know.
The cameras look great, everyone.
I like the fact that it says
They are perfect. You don't
Thank
need to
you. I
change them at all.
understand the issue. It's alright.
This is definitely my best song.
I like the fact that if I untick show my screen share, it still shows it. It just says it's been hidden, which is kind of against the whole point of it.
That's weird, yeah.
Somewhere like bear country, there lives the Bear-Seen Bears family.
It's some country song.
Only more so. Sorry, I just remembered the Bear-Seen Bears for a second. Remember how good that song was. Bear,
No, it's a good song.
just like you and me.
Alright, can I please get a D100 from everybody?
D100.
Oh, what? Why?
Because
What's 100? Oh.
the 2 D10 button.
Oh,
Roll the dice in it.
come on,
Yeah.
man. Fuck.
Yeah, I got the highest one.
Woo!
And
I
A,
don't know
of course,
where.
got the lowest one, which means he'll get shanked.
Oh
No,
no.
this is something. This is just something we do at every session usually.
Alright.
Sometimes it decides something. Sometimes it's just for fun, for tradition. But most of the time, it's usually for like recap stuff. And, things related to that.
Let's have a look. What do we get? Oh,
So yeah, very high or very low.
95. Very nice.
Oh, I'm the lowest.
Yeah, I got the highest.
Great
Oh no.
work,
Okay,
Baz. Baz, heads or tails?
Heads or what?
Heads or tails?
Oh, heads. That's a coin flip. I'm bad at coin flips.
Congrats. No, you got it right. It was heads. With that said, do you want to do the recap, or would you like to nominate somebody else, one of the other players, to do the recap?
I will do the recap. Because I actually kind of remember what happened.
Do you?
Okay, so
Let's find out. Take it away.
yeah, I do. Okay, so last time on Dragon Ball Z, Song of Swords, we introduced our characters, and we had a party in the hall where we drank and had fun. Me and Baz and I got stabbed, or A got stabbed by someone while they were throwing knives at shields. Nikki outdrank Finn. Yeah, I remember. Gulver, whatever his name is, Gulver, went outside with these other guys, and they saw something in the sky. And then after everyone got drunk, Nikki won a drinking battle contest thing. And then we went outside and found this lady walking up with some dying person, and they want to come into the setting. And that's what happened.
Would I be like?
Oh yeah, and of course.
Oh yeah, okay, carry on.
Oh yeah, and wait, one more thing. And of course, we can never forget that Baz also Fieldy.
Baz also what?
Baz also Fieldy.
That's also Fieldy.
Fieldy's nuts! Ah!
Okay.
Yes! Gotcha!
Okay.
I got someone.
Alright.
I was waiting.
He
You don't
never
know
does
how
a
long I was
recap
waiting
again.
to
He
do
never
that.
does a recap again. That's so
You don't know how long I was waiting to do that.
I
I was waiting till the stream had to start.
That was
I had to
bad,
hold
dude.
that in
That
so
was-
long.
Okay.
I'm so bad.
Okay.
So bad.
Can you get a D inspiration for that?
Yeah, usually I want an inspiration, but I do feel like it kind of ruined it at the end there.
Yeah, it was pretty good until then.
You started off so strong. You have an inspiration, but I feel like you may have disqualified yourself from doing it again.
I'm so proud of myself.
Oh,
Well, you know,
that's
I
like
guess I'll agree
dad.
with that.
That's like dad joke levels of bad. That's like
Yeah, you
dad
fell
joke.
for it. And you fell for it.
Yeah, great. Like, you know, it's really difficult, I imagine, you know, like just mumbling a D in there. Oh, no, it's not even D. What was it? I already forgot again because it was so little of a pause.
Okay.
You don't,
I
you
will
don't know
give-
how long. I was holding
I'll-
that until the stream started.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will.
said that.
I'll give a slightly more detailed a recap.
If
So
there's
Well,
anything
no,
else-
just like
Yeah.
just add like a couple things. I mean, here we
Yeah.
had a recap.
Yeah.
Just like if you have.
Sorry, I'm awkward. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, that's
awkward.
fine.
I don't know how to talk.
After the knife throwing contest, Ulf the Bloodied and Golvar had an arm wrestling contest, which Golvar lost, and they discussed that they would do a hunting competition next morning to see if Golvar could get his special
Knife.
item back. His
a
special,
knife.
the fragment of a
It was a
Phil.
knife.
And then Nikki and Baz, no, not Baz, Finn had a arm
Finn.
wrestling match, and poor giant Finn lost so badly that that giant of a man lost everything. Like he just
Not
became the
everything.
smallest man in the room. A storm started after Ulf was escorted out by Vebjorn. A storm started to happen, and the children made sure they were kept in. Golvar had a vision about something. The knife was turning down, going down, and one of the thralls went to the Carl and said, "There's people outside who want to be guests," and that's how we ended up here. I think that's
One last thing, the specific division was Gulva. Well, it wasn't really a vision. He just saw in the sky, in the stormy sky, there was like a sort of during like one of the flashes of thunder and lightning, there was like a wolf sort of biting at the clouds and the lightning. Just for a brief glimpse, you know. I'm not quite sure if that can be considered a vision. There was an omen of sorts. If it's good or bad, we still have to see.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think between us, we got there.
And Ronan fell for the feel these nuts joke.
It's okay. We can move on from that.
Well, that's on stream forever. That's on stream now. That can never go away.
All right, that's fine. Thank you, everyone that helped participate in the recap there. We're gonna get started. So, I have to jump back over to the correct scene. Give me 2 seconds. I'm elsewhere. Don't worry about it.
How do I... There we go.
As this happens, as the storm is continuing to get worse, the gates have been creaked open, and as you all stand there now, you see the two figures. I know that we've exchanged a couple of words already, but I'm just recapping this scene just a little bit. The snow still whips around each of you in tight spirals as the weather continues to get worse. It is carried by biting wind. And you see the two people, one bloodied, barely able to move, and the other that you have now met and spoken to a little by the name of Freya, who has asked you for guest roles. He is badly injured, and she is propping him up at this point. We did exchange a couple of words the last time, but not much. And you hear her again, almost pleading with you at this point, as she says, "We seek shelter, please. Can we come in and talk at the very least?"
A will step forward slightly, if I can move him.
It's pause side.
I was paused. A will move forward slightly and ask Freya, "Do you have any intention of harming anyone in this steading?"
No.
He has the truth rune
I know.
on right now. Okay.
She looks at you for a moment, and there is, it takes a second before she answers. And you can roll me an insight if you want.
Okay.
That's sus. That's so sus.
Yeah, I mean, I'll roll
Oh,
insight.
So
That's at
sad.
disadvantage. That's alt click or control click?
Control.
I think she might be the imposter.
18.
Okay, that's good. You can see there's almost a moment of like confusion here. You can see there's desperation, and there's almost a slight look of confusion at the question before she just weakly shakes her head and says no.
Okay. Baz, bring in the dying man. Freya, come, we will... You said you wished for guest right, correct?
She just nods at this.
Very well. We will do the ritual in the hall. Come. And he walks back to the hall.
And Baz, do you move forward to help?
Help the guy? Yeah, sure. But before Baz does help, he looks at Freya and is just like, "Don't try anything."
And Nikki hurries forward and asks Freya, "Can I help you with anything? Can I help you support something? Can I carry your stuff?"
In this moment, she just looks a little taken aback, but you can see she really doesn't have much with her. As Baz is now helping with the man, there really isn't much else to help with in this moment.
It's kind of fucked up to ask, like, after you get robbed, can I help you with your stuff, like...
she really doesn't have any like stuff on her other than like literally clothing, that she's wearing. As I mentioned, she does have a hand axe on her, like a hatchet on her belt. But other than that, she has nothing. And so she just sort of looks around herself for a moment. "No, I'm fine, thank you." And will not leave the man's side as even as bad as you start helping to bring him in. She will sort of assist as well. Almost the two of you propping him up and bringing him.
All right.
A, during this time, was walking back to the hall and is looking for some proper ritual food, so some salted meat or some bread to do the ritual with.
Yeah, there's plenty of that.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, so we're going back in the hall?
Well, while you guys were talking, he was walking back because he expected you to do what he said.
Slowly but surely, they battle the...
Where would we...
Mm-hmm.
So where would we bring, someone wounded? Like that? Do we have like a healer's tent or something? Do we just plop him up in the hall? Like
the hall? The hall is just basically.
Okay, very well.
Depending on how bad it is, you do have effectively a small like temple area that could be used, but yeah.
We still don't know who these guys are, So we should, if anything,
Well-
we should still keep them together.
Also, Freya's the only one being offered guest rights since this man can't speak for himself yet until he's healed.
Okay.
Oh.
They make their way in, and you can see she's still trying to support him, but looks around with wide eyes as she enters the hall and sees so many people looking around.
And A will take a piece of bread, bite into it, hand her the piece of bread.
She will take the piece of bread from you, and she just looks at it. You get the sense she doesn't really understand what you're doing here.
You wished for guest right, correct?
She just nods, a little timidly at the moment.
Do you know the ritual for guest right?
I thought that we would just be welcomed. I don't know of any ritual.
No, the guest right is a ritual and an oath made between you and myself. We share a piece of food, usually bread or salted meat, and then you give me something of personal value to you, and you will stay up to either 6 weeks or for one full winter.
She sort of looks about her person. I don't have anything to give you.
You have nothing to give in this ritual?
We just got robbed, guys.
Yeah, the biggest get robbed. Like, literally.
She takes a moment of thought.
Nikki steps in and says, "Then maybe we should help them get their stuff back so they can give the proper gift to us."
I will not tempt the
Yeah, okay.
gods in this holy ritual.
Yeah, okay, before we do the whole thing, maybe we should first, help the dying guy, even if they're not staying. That says as he puts the guy on the table.
To be clear, the guy is in a very bad shape and can barely, move or talk. But he's not literally about to die. He's.
Okay. Are his wounds already tended to?
I
Basically?
mean,
He's not bleeding out or anything?
he's not currently bleeding out. They've very clearly been patched up on the move. You know what I mean? Like she's wrapped something around and just tied it around the wounds, which is enough at the moment. That it's not critically important to the very second. But we'll certainly need redoing and cleaning, etc. very soon.
Alright.
Baz, talk to Hulda to get help and talk to the other healers. See which one's the most sober to help this man.
Alright. You got it, boss. He gives like a joking salute.
So Ace is looking at Freya and is like, do you, before you agree to anything, would you like me to explain what is expected of a host and guest in this ritual and oath?
I do not think that this ritual is the same where I come from. Please explain it to me.
Very well. The ritual states that you, the guest, is bound to obey their host, defend their home in the event of an attack, graciously receive whatever food and lodging is available, give at least one night's entertainment through song, story, or poem, and behave in an honorable and sober manner. My responsibility as the host is to provide you, the guest, the best of their household and if lacking in anything to make good the discrepancy even at great personal loss or risk. As well, I must defend and protect my guests, treat them as an honored member of my household, and provide for their entertainment. You are allowed to stay up for 6 weeks or for one whole winter.
See? I don't think we'll... And she stops what she's saying for a moment and instead looks down to where the man is sort of leant on the table at this point. I don't know how long it will take till he is able to move again. But we shouldn't say any longer than that. And you just need to... And again, there's a look of confusion. I just need to bite into the bread.
You need to bite. We need to share food. I ate from the bread. You will eat from the bread. And then you need to give me something of high personal value to yourself and give it to me to complete the oath and ritual.
She'll nod. And with that, she still has the bread in hand. I don't know if you maybe try to take it off, but she still has the bread in hand. So with that, picks it up, looks at it, now sort of more understanding the significance of what you're saying, and will bite into it and chews it as best she can. It's probably a little bit tough, and she is still quite weakened from having been attacked. And she, quite unsure, goes to hand the bread back to you again.
And he will place his hand out, waiting for her offering.
She will remove a necklace that is very much tucked into all of her garb at this point, and looks at it for a moment before handing it over. And it doesn't seem to be anything of there's no precious metals here or anything along those lines. It's very much a very simply made thing. But presumably, from what's been said, it has some value to her.
He nods, and pats her to his shoulder, puts the bread down, puts the necklace in a pocket that he has, pats her on the shoulders. Welcome, my guest. We are feasting tonight in the Feast of the Elk. Is that the correct term, Ty? Yeah, Feast of the Elk. Eat, drink, we will tend to your wounds, and I will provide lodging for you, and I will tend to your friend as well.
Yeah,
it's good to have you here.
Speaking of which, Baz walked over to Elsa and tapped on the shoulder hey, El, got an injured guy if you're not too drunk.
How injured? Who? Cool. Dying? Dead?
I don't know. He's injured.
You know what the injury
was bleeding.
is?
Looks like he got stabbed.
Okay, I'll take a look. And you can very clearly see her stumbling and almost falling across the hall to try and reach the injured person. As she moves up to
That's
Veda's
just
side,
shit back.
apparently you were
Someone
stabbed.
else.
And she will start prodding at you, Vedastone.
Elsa. Wrong man. The one on the... Baz, go get your wife. Please.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even deny.
Shall I
That
get?
makes way to Holda.
Shall I get? Obeke as well?
Could you repeat that?
You get what, sorry?
Shall I get Obeke as well?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the wise man, the sage. Your trusty
Yes.
right hand. Yeah, and she goes look for him outside.
Okay. Is it time for bed yet? I am
asking
very
that?
done with this evening.
Who's asking that?
Your wife.
Not yet, I'm afraid. Not yet, I'm afraid, sweets. We have something else to deal with. Or we can go home,
Oof.
sadly.
She's not having it.
Oof.
Okay, well,
Oh my god, that's
whatever it is, we'll cope. So, what do we have to deal with?
Some strangers, one of which is injured.
Ooh, okay, fun. Lead the way.
Will you be all right to help them?
Oh, it depends what you need me to do.
Well, thankfully, I do not think the man is dying, so I'm sure this will go quickly.
Is this the one?
Yes.
I guess you're doing better than Elsa.
Ooh.
oh my god.
Oh God. Oh no.
She's tired, okay?
She is
This guy's gonna
quite
die.
drunk, and like unwraps, like starts to unwrap one of the very hastily put on bandages, and almost instantly the bleeding like starts again as she does this very heavy-handedly, and you can see there is a squirt, like a pulse of blood as it coats some of her arms, and she quickly and instinctively like pushes down, applying pressure and rewrapping it. But you can hear there is a cry of pain from the man, unable to say much else, but just a whelp that is let out as she effectively just jabs this open wound, and sort of accidentally tears open a cut.
Yeah,
Seeing this,
that-
will look.
Bass is just gonna like. Yeah, Bass is just gonna put like his shoulders, his hands on a hold of shoulders. Like maybe you should sit down for a while, and we can get
Can I-
someone else to deal with that.
She turns to look at you and just says, "Can I go to bed?"
Yes, you may go to bed, Hulda. Thank you for your hard work tonight.
Yes, my sweet.
And you
Okay.
see as
Make sure the
she
kids are all right.
pairs up with Haldis, who starts to accompany her and sort of help her find the way to her bedroom.
Okay. Consider that A's going to look around the hall, see if there's a healer that's not drunk.
The easy answer is basically no. Like everybody has been drinking throughout the whole
Everyone was
evening.
drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, A's going to try to stop the guy from bleeding out and hopefully
It's
stabilize him for the night.
All right.
Yeah, Bass is gonna help him out.
Go ahead and roll me a wound wise. Baz, are you proficient? No.
Oh no, I mean like help him out, as in like also help him stop the bleeding. Well,
Yeah,
like I thought like together.
I understand.
So I'll also roll wound wise.
No. That's fine, thank you. So as per the home rules, this is what I was asking. So it counts as taking the help action. So normally you'd be able to give him an advantage. But if it's just trying to do the same thing, you can certainly help somebody. In this instance, what you're going to be doing is giving him a +2 to the roll.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Wait, so what?
So you can help
Wait, so
him.
do I roll?
I don't need you to
18.
roll anything. So to help somebody do something, either you can provide them advantage if you are also good at that thing, or you can give them a +2 if you are not proficient in that thing and you're just there to assist them.
Oh, well, I guess I don't think you really
Because
need
if you're
to roll
trying to work on the
16.
same wound and you're all rolling,
Well,
like everybody was gonna roll a check, like you're all prodding and poking at the same thing at the same time, it just doesn't make sense. So helping is like an actual thing in the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
18
Ah,
with the
okay.
help.
Alright.
18 is
Yeah,
it's
so
solid.
do help.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, so 18.
18 is very good. You can like remove the bandages that are here, even with the fact that you are pretty heavily inebriated as well. The cool air and the crashing wind, the storm is still intensifying outside. You can hear as the whole longhouse seems to almost shake at this point. The wood is creaking from time to time, and this, having been out in the cold, out in the chill. Additionally, with the recent news and everything else that has come with it, has sobered you up enough that you're able to patch his wounds up very effectively. It certainly, will need looking at again, but he's definitely stable for the time being. Any damage that was caused by Holder has been undone, and there was a little bit of extra damage caused that was completely unnecessary. But he is stabilized. It is towards the end as you're prodding and poking. He's letting out one or two words, just groaning more than anything, sort of pleading for help, effectively. However, as he is doing so, he will pass out eventually.
Okay.
Sort of the latter half of it is just fully unconscious.
So, A will lead Freya and Injured Man to an open room that's not being occupied so that they have privacy. If that's possible.
Well, hold on, Baz is coming too.
Well, you're dragging the man in. It's just, I, the player, don't know where we have open room for people to sleep. But I'm assuming A would know.
I don't know if you honestly do have any open rooms at the moment. I've assigned some of the rooms to people already. I think a better question is anybody willing to give up their room?
A will give up his room. Since
okay.
A will give up his room since she is his guest,
fair.
and he expects him to be his guest in the future as well. So he will give up his room.
Then yeah, at the back of the hall.
Yeah.
You know where your quarters are?
They're the back.
Mm-hmm.
They're this door over this room over here.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Good.
So it's hard to move both of them, so I'm just going to drag them through.
Yeah.
And now Baz obviously helps carry the guy.
Yeah.
As you make your way through, I just want to please feel free.
What am I colliding with?
I don't know.
It says I'm colliding with something.
The door.
Oh, I didn't open the door, that's why. Yeah, I have to open the door manually.
As you're making your way through, I just want to switch over to Gulliver for a second. Jumping back just a few moments, Gulliver, you were outside. I did see that you rolled a check there. Was there something you were wanting to do whilst outside?
Oh, no, Gobo was just listening in. He sort of saw everyone sort of go to the hall, so he he basically waited a bit, told, Ulf, the bloody... Ulf! There was no G there. Ulf! Yeah, he told also basically just, I'm gonna check that out, so it looks mildly interesting, and so he went after them after a bit, and sort of was just listening outside the door into the conversation, and then chuckled a bit to himself when he heard fucking Elsa show up first, then Hold sort of messing up, and then finally actually doing something, that was pretty funny from outside. And then when everyone sort of moved on, he sort of after waiting a bit, he opened the door as if he sort of he wasn't standing behind around the corner the entire time. Just casually sort of walks in, and then just sort of makes his way over to listen further to the conversation because he's just curious,
Sure. No problem. All right. Beautiful. You make your way through. You place the man on the bed here. And you see as Freya begins to tend to him a little bit and try to make sure he's okay, even in her weakened state. She will look up to the two of you. Thank you for your help.
No problem.
Yeah.
In the morning.
I think it might be a.
Go ahead.
Baz was just being like, I think it might be a good time to ask what actually happened to you two, and where you came from.
In the morning, Baz. Everyone's drunk, and more people need to hear their story.
I'm not drunk.
And-
I'll answer your questions if you like. But whatever you need me to.
You need rest and food. You can go eat out there. There's leftovers, and get rest. You are my guest now. I will make sure you are properly fed, and you need to take care of yourself under my care. We will talk about this in the morning.
Thank you.
And tomorrow I will prepare some hides for you to sleep on as well. I apologize that I only have one bed available tonight.
That will be fine. We've slept in much worse conditions in the past.
Of course. Have a good night and get some food in
Right.
you. And if anything happens to me in the night, please wake me up. I will help. I'll help in any way I can.
Where can we find you?
I will be sleeping into the floor in front of the fire pit.
You can used to stay with me and my family, right?
You have 4 people in one tiny room. I would prefer the fire pit. Thank you very much, though, Baz.
See yourself. But you'll miss family togetherness. You'll miss some family togetherness. He says. He jokingly says he hits you on the back.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. He's like, thank you, and we'll just walk to right in front of the fireplace, about here, and just lay down and fall asleep.
Okay. What is everybody else doing at the moment?
Bass is gonna go home and check up on Hulda, make sure she's okay.
Nikki was looking for old Big Ear. Has she found him yet?
Yes. Where are you? I'm just gonna
I'm
drag.
outside.
Give me 2 seconds. Do-do-do-do-do. Hello.
Hey,
What can I do for you?
Master Birgir, we have an injured man. Could you please help us out with your wisdom and your healing skills if you're not too tired and drunk to help us, please?
Hey,
Ooh.
I am not drunk.
Wow.
Is this important that it happens immediately?
Well, he's almost dying, so you could argue that it's quite necessary, yes.
Lead the way.
Okay, and she goes before him and moves to the Great Hall.
Yeah.
Where
You see, A's on the floor trying to go to sleep.
and she just asks her, has someone already tended to him? Where is he now?
He's in
Doesn't
my
he need any more
quarters. Yes, he does. He's just I have just stabilized him. He's in my quarters, as well as the guest.
Thank you. Carl, come, Birgir, I'll show the way. And she moves with old Birgir to the room.
You see as you make your way in, Freya, who is still awake at this point, like turns shocked to see more people come in. Don't worry, dear. I'm just here to check him over.
Nikki just stands there a bit with her hands, not knowing really what to do or how to help, in the corner.
It would appear somebody's taking care of these wounds fairly well. And Freya will pipe up at this point. Yes, the Carl, did, and with the assistance of, I think his name was Paz, they tended to the wounds for now. And old Birgir just looks a little frustrated over to you, Nikki. So I am not needed.
Well,
in that case, I'm returning to my bed.
And Freya, do you need medical attention as well?
There's a slight smile, and it's the first time that you've actually seen her smile. Like, it's just a very faint, clearly forced, appreciative smile. But she looks at you. I'm fine. I'm sore, a bit bruised and beaten, but I don't think anything that needs help at the moment.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, just call. I'll be sleeping in the hall, so you can always call me.
Thank you. We'll do so.
I'll leave you now. Good night. And she gently closes the door.
Oh, big just. I'm going back to bed with a little bit of mead. He picks up just a mug that's on the counter before heading back. Off on his way.
Thank you, I'll be here for helping, and sorry for disturbing you.
Of course. No problem. And he makes his way back up to his room.
And Nikki crashes near on the bank near the fire pit, near the fires.
Baz, I just dragged you to your room as well. There's a lot of drunken people who don't seem to remember where their rooms are tonight. It's weird to me.
Oh. Okay, cool. Put it in
It
the
just
house.
happens to be like that, you know.
All right.
Thank you.
In this
'Cause I had
moment,
no
I just
idea
want to check.
where I was going.
No, I figured it's all right. There we go. Sorry, just double checking. All right. With that, let me check in very quickly. Vedestein, what are you doing in this moment? You've headed outside by the looks of it. What are you doing?
Yeah, I would want to have an eye on the room they are staying in. I would want to call. I forgot his name. Sorry. What's the name of the mutant? Rolf. Yes. Forgot his name. I would want to call for Rolf to keep an eye on the room the strangers are staying in, and like because obviously Rolf missed out on the on these strangers and not reported to Vettestein because he was outside, so he must have seen them, but he didn't report it. So Weatherstein was like, why you didn't tell me about this? And
No, he was
Perhaps like-
he was on watch, but on the complete other side of the static.
I see.
Yeah.
So
was
he asked
watching
for Rolf to, I'm not say guard, but keep an eye, I guess, like to be critical of any movement in the room, I guess, for the night.
You want me to watch? He's mute, so with hand signals, I guess. Watch the door.
I guess so.
And he like tilts his head in a way that he's clearly quizzical at the moment, but tilts his head a little, or go in room.
Oh, just outside, just outside the room. That would be weird.
I feel a little creeped out. It's just a silent guy.
I mean, I want him to stop them.
Will you keep watch?
And after that, I guess Weatherstein, after issuing that order, he asked he would return to the Great Hall again.
Will you keep watch? As he like pats you at this point.
Me?
And he'll point
No, I'll
to
be
the,
waiting for.
He'll point to the sea gate.
Oh, that one. No, you can leave that to others for now.
Who?
Well, I asked the Carl about it. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay. And he'll head into the hall to watch the doors. He takes a seat, grabs some of the food and drink that's left on the tables as he turns the chair to watch towards the two doors. And there's a door on either side of the throne, effectively, that both lead to the Carl's room. You see he pulls up a chair and sits facing the back of the hall, watching, so that he has clear sight of both of the doors here.
Everyone's in the Great Hall are drunk, so I cannot really rely on them to keep watch.
Sorry, what's that, Alon?
Everyone in the Great Hall are drunk. They are like not sober, so
Yep.
have to rely on someone who is not drunk to keep watch.
Okay. Who are you going to
I
ask
guess-
to go take watch?
Oh, sorry. Wettestein will go to the car. Where is the car? Like
On the
my
floor.
lord. Oh, he's on the floor. Is it?
What
We're
is
just
it?
like having a party just like earlier, and then after the stranger came, everyone was going asleep.
What is it, Vertestein? What is it?
I would want one of the thrall to keep watch of the. Is it the sea gate?
Yep.
Yeah, I would want to have one of the thrall to watch over the sea gate for tonight.
Aren't there already people watching the Seagate right now?
I'm not sure. You're the one who assigns them. I guess you must have known.
Yes, there are two people right there. Rolf, and he kind of turns and says like, "Hello, Rolf."
And also there.
And Elba was the other one assigned to the sea gate,
Yeah, and
who is presumably still there.
yeah, and he looks around, making sure that someone else, that the other guy isn't there. He's like, "Well, let's see. So, why is he here, Vertestein?
Nothing of concern. He's just here to keep watch.
On my guest.
On your guest, yes, correct.
Are you trying to make me an oath breaker? That guest is an honored member of my house, and you put a thrall to watch her and a very heavily injured man who can barely move.
My lord,
Well, Ralph isn't.
first of all, Rolf is not a thrall.
Oh, I apologize.
No, this is in character, sorry.
Yeah.
Secondly, that is your guess, but not mine. So there's no oath breaking here.
What?
That's okay.
He looks at Rolf and is like, I apologize, Rolf. I'm heavily drunk right now. And angry.
Yeah, maybe it's not the best
You
moment
do-
to talk to
he-
Carl.
He very much just waves a hand, like, it's fine.
And he looks at Verstein. Very well. They're not your guests, they're mine. If you want to watch them, if you want to have someone watch them, that's fine. Then you will take Rolf's place, watching the Seagate tonight.
Damn.
I guess that Bertestein sees like the Carl is very agitated and he's very mature. He's thinking to himself. Sure, whatever you say, my lord.
Thank
He
you.
went to the Seagate then to keep watch for the night, I guess. I mean, he doesn't want to escalate the the very irritated
Situation.
Carl, I guess. Yeah. So he just did what Carl, because it's not out of his job scope, I guess, to issue that order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking, where is the Seagate again?
To the south.
It's over here. Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's not that far.
All right, make your way out there. Golliver, it looks like you've found a place to tuck yourself away for the night. Is that right? Ow.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted by something. Yes, no, I don't know if, like, Wolf went or anything, he was in the middle of a conversation earlier when, like, this whole thing interrupted. But he will just probably just said his, goodbyes for the day, like, hey, see you around kind of type stuff.
Mhm.
And then he would have actually kind of liked
The tower?
Yeah, he kind of liked the tower earlier,
Yeah.
and he would have returned there to probably just rest in there for the night, and he could kind of sleep wherever. So, and also I noticed there's a really cool little window over here. If you go to the left, I can like actually see out to the sea. That's actually really neat. I didn't see it last time. There's no second level to this tower, sadly, of course, but like I guess this is the next best thing.
Yeah. All right, nice.
He probably would sort of like actually be at the top level, for a little while until he gets sort of actually sort of knows, all right, I'm getting kind of tired now, and then like return below.
Yeah.
Hang out for a while, look out to the sea. Maybe he sees the wolf again. He probably thought that was pretty neat. I don't know what that was about. Oh, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm trying to explore the area.
Featherstone, so nods to you.
Hello. No problem.
Can I help you with something? No?
Hello.
Anything else? Okay, good evening then, and goodbye. Alright, that was weird. Must be drunk.
Wait,
Very well. Okay, good conversation.
Just drunk.
Am I at the gate? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the gate. You can open it.
Okay.
You can head through.
No, I prefer to wait inside the gate. He just sent his raven to watch over, to check the outside of the gates.
Okay. Very good. At this point, I think let me just check in with those people that still look like they're up and drinking, i.e., Nikki.
No, she is lying down on the bench, on the wooden
Okay.
bench, just sleeping, a really weird pose, and snoring loudly.
Understood. Perfect. That's absolutely. All right, perfect. With that, everybody, if you haven't already, may go ahead and take a long rest. I don't think anybody has at the moment, but you're welcome to, basically. I don't think it's going to actually do much mechanically, because you should all be fine. But with this said, the weather outside is going to continue. It's going to pick up. Going to blow strongly to the point where a lot of you are going to struggle to sleep as everything creaks and moves. Especially those of you that aren't actually in the main hall are going to have a little bit of a rougher night. Vedestein, this is a relatively low check, but go ahead and roll me a con save, please. Sorry, actually, it makes more sense. Go ahead and roll me a grit check, please.
A grit check? How do I do that?
Under your skills.
I go to my character sheet. Then go to my... oh. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. How do I roll on this one?
Just go to your character sheet on the skills. Yeah, just click grit.
Oh yeah, I press it.
All right. Unfortunately, that's not quite enough. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
A d6. Where is d6?
Down to the bottom right, the little square dice. You can click those, and then.
Oh, I have to roll my first. Okay. Ooh, I got 2.
Lovely. You are going to accumulate 2 points of stress whilst on watch. Just with the weather gaining, the storm, you are almost like soaked through by the morning. Just having to have been out in difficult weather throughout the evening. Your stress is relatively high, so I'll have to check it. But your cap is pretty high at the moment. It's only a little bit.
What is
And
your
it's a good thing to watch out for. However, with that,
How do I check for my stress though?
I've already applied it on your character sheet. It's all right.
Where do I watch it? Where do I not monitor it?
On your attributes, I've put stress
Attribute.
there. I'll put in your max stress in a minute. I've got to double check what your max is, but it will be about 30, I believe. Something
Oh,
around.
2 out of 2. Okay. Well, I have a very stress high. My maximum stress counter is very high.
Mm-hmm. All right. Beautiful. I'm going to push this forward to the morning. The storm rages throughout. Sorry, pardon?
No, I'm just saying words. It's not important.
Okay. The morning arrives. There is a warmth that comes with it. Not much, but a little bit of comfort. And the warmth of your furs that you've been sleeping in is very much a comfort to you on this pale morning. There is the storm has just about started to pass, leaving the sky a fairly crisp silver gray color. And outside, the echoes of last night's feast remain as half-frozen footprints in slush. Some of the benches are overturned, and the scent of spilled mead still clings in the great hall. The fires are starting to burn low, and already 1 or 2 of the thralls are up and about and starting to stoke fires again and get them up. The ash settles like dust onto a lot of the stuff around you. And you can hear the birds chirping outside at this point. But the scene is yours for a moment. I'm going to jump first to A. Let's get rid of the poison off you. If you haven't already, you can take a long rest. I see we've got one or two. There is a button on your sheet, so if you go to just under your profile picture, it's like an hourglass.
Yeah. I did click it, luckily.
How do I do long rest on it? Oh, it just says it. Alright, cool. Yes, long rest. I did it!
A lot of you won't recover anything from it at the moment. A couple of you did get stabbed a little bit, so you might recover some.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's how you heal from stab wounds. Just sleep it off. Everyone knows you heal stab wounds by sleeping.
Very Iskloft answer, huh? Very Iskloft answer. Sleep it off!
Yeah. Everyone knows you can heal fatal injuries by sleeping. You lost an arm? Just sleep it off.
I want to jump to Vedestein first, actually. As the sun begins to rise late in the day with how... We need to adjust the... Hang on, 2 seconds.
Did I miss that? What?
2 moments. There you go. That's better. So, Vedestein, what are you doing this morning? You feel the stress. You are soaked through. You are damp, wet. The wind is still howling around you, despite having died down a little bit already. What are you doing?
Just out of character, I want to ask: do Vikings shower though? Do they have like a hot shower?
Hot shower? I don't know about hot.
I don't think they have any shower. And even if it wouldn't be hot.
You can
You had your shower
water,
and it rained.
wash with it from like a basin.
I don't think it's the shower era.
Yeah.
And there's warm fires you can warm yourself at.
Just light yourself on fire.
There's no. Okay. Because it's like I'm not sure how Viking clean themselves. So.
Well, you can skinny dip into the ocean.
Wouldn't the ocean be freezing? You'd freeze to death. You'd get hypothermia.
I've seen people in Sweden break ice naked in the river in the middle of winter before.
Also,
I'm joking.
I'm sure there's like I'm sure there's like a bathing area in this setting, right? Like an
as
area
I said, you can heat
to.
water in a like a metal, bowl effectively, in a cauldron, in a big cooking pot or something. You also don't want to you don't want to wash in the sea because it is salt water. You're just going to leave salt residue all over yourself. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Also, you'll get hypothermia because it's
you can
cold
go into the sea for
all the time.
short periods of time. Anyway, it's fine.
I guess. Sorry. Carry on. What was it?
No, I was done. What were you saying?
Okay. I guess showering is not a culture among Vikings, I guess. So I think the next best thing would be for him to go to the Great Hall again and just like to warm himself up.
Okay.
Well, I want to point out, I feel like it's not part of the culture because showers are not a thing. It's, shower is not a thing that exists yet. I'm pretty sure they would love that though, if it was a real thing.
This I was asking
If it
whether
was
it's
a real
a
thing,
thing
it would
in
only
this
be
world.
for the fancy people.
Go ahead and move yourself for me, please. Go ahead and move into the Great Hall.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. I'm going to jump over. Go ahead and move yourself to the Great Hall once you can. Nikki, the two of you are in the roughly the same area as you both stir with people starting to stoke the fires up again and move. At some point shortly from now, I'm sure you'll see Vedestein enter the hall as well. What are you doing?
Wait.
It's fine morning.
Nikki is just
Hey.
having her breakfast, and as soon as Vetterstein moves in, she says, "Oh, Vetterstein, could I speak to you for a moment?" And she waves to him as she munches down her food.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like, "Oh, Vetterstein, go speak to you."
Oh, it's colliding with us. Is it because of the door? No, it's
Well,
not because of the door.
Vetterstein, you are the advisor of A, so I don't want to disturb A yet, but I thought with the visitors, they were robbed, and now they are the guests of A, and should we offer to help them to get their stuff back? Would you
Oh,
help me
Jet.
try to help me convince to A that we should get their stuff back, because I feel very sad for them. And it's only the beginning of winter, and they stumbled here, so it can't be really far, and it may be dangerous for us too. What do you think?
You're suggesting that we are to retrieve the strangers' belongings.
Yes. Maybe we should go out with a party and seek their stuff to get it back for them.
I see. Not
Do you
to
think that's a good idea?
drown your, not to drown your idea, but I don't think we have any obligation to retrieve their belongings for them. I mean, we can give them supplies if they leave for their trip, but I don't think we have any obligation to retrieve their belongings for them. But I can raise the idea to the car. I
Yes,
just hope
would
that
you do that
to
for me,
let
please?
Sure.
Thanks. And she just almost, she just walks vividly off to the smith to continue her work for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
She just waves at him. Thank you, Pepperstein.
Welcome.
And she goes.
There's a lot of groaning going on the sides of the hall from this overly loud conversation with some sore heads around. Even though it's not actually that loud, Nikki, you're a little bit too cheerful for the morning. Seems to be the ongoing consensus amongst
She's the only one not drunk.
a lot of the others.
It's so funny.
A is just, once he wakes up stiff as a board since he laid on boards all night, is going to be eating a lot because he didn't eat yesterday. And while he's, waking up, thinking about what food, dealing with food, he's going to be like, we have 2 more people. Oh, in his head. Can I roll logistics to figure out how much more food we need with 2 extra mouths?
Logistics, did you say?
Yeah, it's a thing from his word trapper. He gets advantage on it. It's like, yeah, he gets advantage on it. Or
Sure.
pound. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's just intelligence. It's just an intelligence roll. I'm pretty sure.
Hang on. Well, roll me worldwise.
Roadwise. Okay. Roadwise with what's the click for advantage? Alt.
Alt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good one.
19 is good.
Not too shabby. You need, I would say, roughly speaking, you need an extra 2 people's worth of food. In, from the point of view of in character, you would be able to work it out quite cleanly. Honestly, outside, I'm not I can't really give you an exact number, but
Okay.
there's about 30 people here, right? 25 to 30 people you've got in the steading. So you're looking at with an additional 2, you're easily looking at another like extra 5% on whatever you need, right?
Yeah,
theory.
but do we have like what I was thinking about is like do we have full capacity for everyone else for the winter?
No,
as
you're
well?
still not like fully stocked up, even for
Okay.
what you already have.
Yeah, okay. That's the main thing I was trying to get him to have in his head. Is like first time as you walk up, you can just see the bureaucrat's face of numbers. My eternal enemy.
I would go as far to say that in the state that you currently are, you can probably survive, but you're going to have a horrible time of it. Like if you brought into account like heavy rationing and stuff like that, you're gonna make it through, but you're unlikely to be in a good state to come the other side. You could definitely do with more food.
Yeah. So, yep. Just worry and bureaucratic things on his. You can see a face of worry on A's face while he's eating good breakfast.
Do you engage with him at all, Vedastone?
Oh. First of all, like, better sign look at all the drunk people and all the wasted food from last night. As I just shake his head. Make it like, oh, such a wasting, such a wasteful. And then he just nodded to the Carl's statement. I guess that he must have thought that the Carl must have forgotten what happened last night.
Well, are you like looking at? Is first time looking at A?
Where is A again? He's on the floor, right?
No, he's
Yeah.
eating. He's eating right. A's
Oh.
eating right now at this table. At the table.
Yeah.
First time.
He's like standing beside the car, I guess.
First time. After waking up and eating, I think I need to explain to you why I acted so harshly last night. By you putting someone and watching one of my guests, you were saying I was untrustworthy in my judgment. You were attacking me through them. Does that make sense?
It's not that I don't trust your judgment, my lord. It's just that I don't trust anyone's judgment except for mine. You may trust yourself, but since I am new here and I don't know about you, I don't have that much of the trust unless it's something that is beneficial to us as a gang.
Yes, but first time you have to understand what you did last night. If people are going to find out, right? People are going to find out. Oh, Rolf was watching my guests in my chambers, without not under my orders, under your orders. That is incredibly disrespectful.
Respect is earned, not how do you say? Not expected. No. Instead, respect is earned. You have to earn my respect.
Yes, I
my
understand. I understand. I have to earn your respect. I'm not going to deny that. However, you did an action that made my respect of my position as Carl of the Steading be attacked. Now, I don't think you were trying to do that on purpose. I think you were just trying to figure out who these strange people were. But you have to understand that I am now dealing with potential bandits. Some people may starve some people may starve this winter if we don't prep properly now, because we have 2 new mouths to feed. The wood supply is needing of improvement. And then I have one of my advisors order their people to watch some of my guests. That is why I was upset with you last night. And I apologize if I am going to apologize for my behavior in the fact that I think I may have been too harsh to make you stand out there in the rain, but I want you to understand why I did that. Because you said to me, even though you said to me through your actions, I don't respect you and I don't trust your judgment.
And I still do.
Well, I'm glad we had this conversation then, because now I know I heard it from your voice. Thank you for this conversation, and it was very enlightening, Bernstein.
You're welcome. I hope that for future actions that you do, you have to consider my advices before deciding anything, I guess. Last
Bernstein.
night you just did something that without even consulting your advisors. You didn't.
Where were you?
Where
were you
I was
during
beside
this?
you.
I did not see you. You did not tap on me on the shoulder. You did not try to speak to me while I was walking away prepping the ritual. I didn't know you had issue with my decision. If I don't know what you think, if you don't communicate that to me, how do you expect me to listen to you?
First of all, as a Carl, before you do anything, you have to ask. You have to consult us without even us prompting you to do so. I think
As
it's like the basic responsibility of the Carl.
As Carl,
If you just do anything without consulting, then there's no need for advice, I guess. You don't even think for now.
You are correct. I should listen to my advisors, and I do listen to you. I listen to you every single day that you bring things up to me, and I make sure that I consider what you bring to the table. But also, as a Carl, I have to make the final decision at the end. I have to consider the state of the setting, what my advisors have said, what the gods require me to do, what the laws of our society require me to do. I have to consider all of that and then make a decision.
Yes.
Well, first time. Here's something I'll promise you.
Look at the Carl rhetorically, because what the Carl just said is everything that what Wittgenstein wants to say.
Yeah, he looks up at you. He's like, "Listen, first time. Here. I'll give you a path for you if you ever feel like you have to tell me something. I don't care what I'm doing right now. I don't care if I'm in the bath. I don't care if I'm having sex. I don't care if I'm dead drunk. All right? If you feel that I need to know something, and if you feel that you need to advise me on a matter, come to me and speak to me. I will make sure that I speak to you about this, and I listen to you."
My lord, I'm not blaming you for anything. It's just that after you make a decision, and I don't think it's wise to question in front of everyone after you make the decision before I even make an advice. That's why I try to do it while everyone is drunk. I make that order, if you understand.
Verstein, I understand why you do this, and here's something I'm going to tell you that's very strange about me from all the other calls you'll ever meet. I don't mind when people openly question my decisions. I don't mind when people laugh at me for getting dead drunk or dodging a knife. I'm okay with people attacking me and my character. So if you feel I will trust your judgment on when to bring this up to me, but I'm telling you this. When you feel that way, I don't care what I'm doing. I will listen to you, and I will take your advice into account. He like looks you dead in the eyes while saying this.
He's still sitting, right?
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, like he's making sure that he's like you can tell A is being completely and utterly genuine, trying to build a connection with Verstein, saying like I'm trying to have a good to have a working relationship with you. I don't want this to
They're
continue.
getting married now.
I guess like Butterstein kept silent for a while and then looked back at the car, and said, "I'll keep that in mind for future reference, my lord.
Thank you.
Try to be better in communicating."
Thank you. I will. Thank you. I will do better to make sure I listen to you as well. Now, after eating. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, do you want to first?
Butterstein, despite saying that, he still has like that much of distrust towards the car. I guess in his back of mind, he's like, "Okay, I just say this just to stop the car from saying anything more. But if he's doing anything suspicious, or anything that is looks ridiculous or stupid, I guess I'll be stepping out of my bounds again." This is what he's thinking behind his at the back of his mind.
Are you okay with me rolling insight in regards to this?
Depends on what the style thinks.
I mean, I always say when it comes to myself rolling against you all in terms of these things, I roll them and then I just ask you to consider that in your roleplay. So I'm fine with you rolling an insight here, but it will be down to Vetterstein to like how much you discover. Vetterstein, obviously, I would ask you to compare that to your stats, i.e., your deception or persuasion, in regards to how much you think he gleans from your state in this.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. So
Should we
I
roll?
will roll. I'm rolling. I think I'm rolling against your passive deception in this case.
Well, you know,
Is it deception or persuasion? I heard persuasion.
I mean, depends on how you use it. I mean, you said those words. What do you think it is?
Yeah,
Well,
it's kind of up to
deceive
you.
him or
In
persuade
this
him?
case, it doesn't matter much because I feel like that's kind of.
Okay, I'm rolling persuasion.
So
What did I get? 20.
criticals are not a thing with skill checks. As per the rules, they are only for. So that is still
Not good, though.
25 versus 22.
Ooh, he's a better roller.
Yeah.
A rolled better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think he gleans the fact that you're not completely satisfied with this? I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah. I guess A would notice that Vetterstein still looks unsatisfied. Just giving. How to say? Just barely agreeing with him, I guess.
He just sighs, just like, fine. Either way, well, here's something you can do. Inform the hunters that there's potential bandits out there while they're hunting, and see if they can find any traces of them.
What is it? I didn't get that.
A basically said, tell the hunters there are potential bandits out there, and if they find any traces of them, report back.
Who are the hunters again? Do we have hunters?
Yes.
Granger.
Couple, like one or two, I think.
There's
Astrid
Astrid.
is the hunter.
Astrid is one.
Astrid and
Let's see.
as
Hagar's one.
Oh, Yagar.
I think Kajello's one.
Kjell goes
Kjell,
occasionally out,
alright.
apparently in hunts.
Yeah.
Oh, I can make a list of the hunters.
Out of boredom.
I look at the notes because I wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, not the
Gedrick,
notes. The
Astrid,
whatever it is.
Gal. Especially at the moment, basically, I would imagine that anybody that can hunt is going out hunting
Hedrick,
as well.
apparently too.
Yeah, Gedrick, Yaga. We got 4. Let me actually gather these guys.
Who's a sort of like what do I call it? Like sort of like head priest or something like that, or like someone who sort of knows,
It's
something like
Verstein.
that in that direction.
Vedestone.
It's Verstein.
Is it Vedestine?
Yeah.
Am I
I
the head
thought it
priest?
was like old like the grandma, whatever her name was.
No.
Didn't we have like another person that tends to the temple or something? I thought it was a different
We
person.
might do, but your head one is Vedestone.
Right?
Yeah. Like
I see.
It's-
I see.
Ross.
Roz is under Verstein
Okay.
though. She's just taking care of the temple.
Oh. I also, yeah, exactly. I was wondering, well, shit, I said that was someone else, wasn't it? Okay. Well,
I guess out of character. I guess so. Sorry, carry on.
no, I was just kind of wondering, and like, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just want to ask. Does being the advisor comes with the responsibility of the temple as well?
Well, I thought that was because you are Calling of the Ravens. I believe that was what you had established, was that you were here in that capacity as well, right?
Excuse me, I didn't get that.
I thought that we had established that you were here in Yarnhold in that capacity as well during your backstory.
Yeah,
Just being an advisor wouldn't be enough, or
I'm
wouldn't
just,
necessarily
like-
be enough. But yeah.
I just found out that advisor also comes with the responsibility of the temple. I only know that Rose is with temple.
Well, we have 2 berserkers. We have 2 priests of Odin. So
Oh yeah, the berserker is a priest. I forgot.
yeah, like so Golvar would know that Nikki or Verstein would be a berserker, thereby a holy person. I would say.
The class is berserker class is actually a holy class. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, thank you for clarification.
Really?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
You're a holy barbarian.
Mhm.
You punch people in
Okay.
the name of God.
Gods.
Name of Odin.
Yeah,
Name of Odin.
whatever gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick someone in the nuts in the name of Odin.
Okay, so
For you, Odin.
the
Nut shot.
Vetterstein responsibility will include the temple as well. Okay, I'm making that note so that I don't forget.
Well, Vedestine seems sort of very busy right now. Having quite a sort of discussion with the Carl over there. So if you're full moving down for that, Golva, he after eating something and sort of listening into what the hell is happening over there, like the discussion they're having. He thinks to himself, he's chewing on some leftovers over this table, and then he thinks to himself, nods for a moment, and then heads over to the other side of the table to where Ross is, which apparently she attends the temple as well. And does things there. So sits down. Hey, want it?
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
How can I help you
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Uh,
I'll do my best to
so,
answer.
so last evening during the storm, I was hanging out with Olaf and the others in the tower, watching all the sea, and I saw something in the clouds. I thought like maybe you could help me figure this out. There was something like when like lightning struck, and I could have sworn it sort of looks like a wolf biting at the clouds. Is that like? I think that means something. Could have sworn it looked like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was just a little tipsy. Of course, I wasn't drunk, I would say, but you know, just didn't leave my head yet. So I thought like I might bring it by one of you temple folk.
Her eyes go a little wider as she leans in, hearing what you're saying here.
If it matters, it happened like sort of just a couple moments before the people at the gate arrived. Well, that whole thing happened.
It's hard to know what was meant without the emotion behind it, and how you felt and were feeling would be very important in that moment.
Ah.
Is there anything that you've been struggling with recently?
Struggling. Well, I would say a little less so. I mean, I guess I lost the. Yeah, I mean, you were there in the hall. I don't know if you saw that, but I did lose my all my most precious things to Ulf. You know, he won that arm wrestling after all. I guess maybe does that mean anything in connection to that?
It might, depending on what the thing was that you lost.
Oh,
It
it's
could be connected to many things.
The knife is something I've gotten quite a long while ago. It's a shard of a Jotunhead's sword, so like which I bound a little leather and stuff around it to make it more like a knife to handle, but it's usually the shard sort of part of a bigger whole. I don't know. That's anything.
You should win the knife back and then use it to pay tribute to the gods. Then maybe you'll gain some more understanding on what they are trying to tell you.
I mean, I intend to do so anyways, but alright. Yeah, I'll try harder then.
Pay tribute with the blade, and I'm sure they'll give you some more insight.
Sure. Munching half on some meat he found on the table somewhere. Alright. Yeah. That sounds good. Thanks, Ross.
Of course. I'll be in the temple if you need anything else.
Yeah, alright. Golva feels a lot more satisfied with that. Is by now did like Vertestein head out to find the hunters and stuff?
Yeah,
also
yeah,
happening at the same time.
This Golva, this Maltese,
I don't think
I'm not sure where are the hunters.
they're out there somewhere.
Okay.
Don't forget the cold wind in.
Right. you make your way out. Baz, we haven't heard from you yet today. How's your morning going?
Alright, perfect, yeah. So Baz, obviously wakes up. Does Holda wake up next to him, or is she still asleep?
She's in and out of sleep, but you can very much sense she doesn't want to get up and is feeling rather sensitive after or feeling rather fragile after last night's drinking.
Yeah, Baz just softly is just gonna rub her arm a little and try not to wake her up as he gets up. You know, she should sleep for a while longer because she seemed a little intoxicated. But Baz is definitely gonna get up and go. Try to quietly leave to not wake her up and anger her.
Some of the,
He was not
the
in the
kids do follow you out as well.
earful.
All
Oh right, kids. I forgot. They had some of those.
That's right. You got a lot of them, yeah.
It's 2.
Quite perhaps.
It's only 2.
It's 2, is it? Oh, sorry. I thought
Baz
it was
only
4.
has 2.
is fine.
Thank you
That's
very
fine.
much.
Yeah. That's still, I mean,
Baz only
in
has
my
2 kids. Thank you.
personal opinion, that's still a lot of kids. 0. The ideal number. But that's just.
Yeah. Alright, well, Baz obviously ruffles his son's hair if he, when the sun follows him out, like,
Aw.
alright, let's get some breakfast.
You could hear a
Did
little bit of,
Baz did hear.
yeah, there was a lively conversation going on.
Yeah. Did he hear any of it from the eye, and like any specifics from the eye and the
Roll me
whatever his
a
name is,
retroactive
Van Greer, first time?
perception. You would have definitely heard like that there was a conversation going on just from the tone, but as to actual specifics of it, go ahead and roll me that.
Investigation.
No,
Oh,
perception.
proficient in this. Oh, perception. Oh, never mind then.
I mean,
Oh, well, it's
either
good
way.
because I got even. God damn it! Whatever. I'll roll perception.
Yeah, not sober.
All right, that's not.
There we go.
That's not too bad.
Oh, that's good.
You would probably get a
Okay.
little bit. You
Better.
wouldn't get all of it, but enough to understand the gist of what's being discussed. Yeah.
Well, obviously, the right thing to do right now is to go over there and tease him.
You are family. Alfie,
Obviously, the
so
right
that
thing to do
feels
is to-
fitting. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, the right thing to do is to go over there and tease I. So Baz just grabs whatever food's on the table and eats it a little. And he walks up to I and gives him a little smack on the back, like, oh, well, you and Verstein over here sounds like you two are getting a divorce. If you need some marriage counseling, I'm in a pretty good spot with me and Holda. I could give you some pointers.
A just looks
I
up
use
to you,
that
like,
word.
I will get advice from your wife, not you.
Oh, you don't think I'm good? You don't think I don't know how to keep a relationship? I am hurt.
No, though, I do think you know how to keep a good relationship. It's just, I would believe that my sister understands emotional well, you do keep a good relationship with my sister, Baz, but I haven't met any of my in-laws from your side yet. So I'm a little bit worried about that relationship from them.
Baz turns a little serious and is like, you don't need to worry about that.
Which
Then
is
gives him
why
a little hit on the back one more time, like,
yeah.
alright, well, I think it's maybe time I take my leave too.
Before you go,
Right, and,
before you go,
yes?
considering that there's potential for bandits out there, and we may have to deal with them, I need you to figure out how many weapons we have and see if we need to make more weapons in case of a confrontation with those bandits.
Of course, and, well, I am the weapons guy.
Mm-hmm.
So. Oh, but before Baz goes, he taps Eye on the shoulder and whispers in his ear, by the way, one of the best ways of making up, that I have tried is makeup sex always works. And then taps him on the back and leaves. So long, my brother.
As he coughs his drink at that.
Yeah, that's good. Where am I going, actually? Like, shit.
Hang on.
I guess Baz just goes wherever the weapons are.
Like that?
Yep, whatever the weapons are.
Yeah,
The
Baz
weapons.
needs to check on the weapons, see how many they have, just in case. Checks on all the arrows, swords, especially his own axes.
Okay, sure. I mean, there's plenty there. Go ahead and roll me an investigation. I just want to see how thorough you are this morning with. Even those of you that weren't like blackout drunk are still feeling a little something this morning, unless you didn't drink at all.
Yeah, obviously I'm still a little hungover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright, I
can
swear to
crack
God, if I
that
get a
joke.
low roll, I'll still be proficient.
Hey, no, that's good.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
It's a nice, easy task, to be fair, to be
Good.
getting on with this morning. You know, as you feel a little rougher. You're sorting out the weapons. We've got Nikki, who has gone to the smith and is sorting stuff out there. Vedestein has headed to find the hunters, as it appears Golvar is out there as well. I assume you're kind of waiting for or maybe your guest. Is that fair to say?
He's waiting on his guests, and like if they're not up in like another hour, like he knows they went through a hard night, he's going to
Of course, yeah.
check on them.
We will get to that at some point soon. But before we do, Vedestein, as you head outside, Rolf will head up to you. You saw him make his way out of the Great Hall when the conversation started to escalate, just a tad. And as you make your way out, he is waiting in the foyer, like the little area between, and just simply signs to you there is nothing to report, no movement on either door, and then will immediately turn to head back in and continue watching as he has left the post for the time being.
But the sign simply said, "Good job, bro." I guess then he went to look for hunters. That would be. Where are they? It's hard to find them. Are they outside?
Yeah, you can see all of them. This is all the hunters up here.
Oh.
And while you're walking by, Nikki spots you walking to the hunters, and she says, "Oh, Vetterstein, have you discussed it with A? What did he say?"
Oh. I forgot about that.
Ah,
We were like a different conversation. I will read it up to him next time when I.
well, the next time your horse loses one of his
Shoes.
shoes, you're gonna be last in line. You have to wait for that. Well, go
You don't
on.
make those decisions. Baz does.
I'll go. Well, Baz is not around, so I'm most of the time here. So the next time, I'm just gonna annoy you, and then it'll be good. Yeah. Yes, I'll have to talk to A myself.
Vetterstein simply shook his head. Nikki is such a immature lady, I guess.
All right, you see all the hunters are gathered
Interesting
around.
job.
They're sort of discussing the plan for the day, and Golvar, you've headed up, and they each sort of nod at you. They're talking about where to head at the moment. From what is being said here, it sounds like, as they discuss this, they're worried about not being able to find much. The woods and the fields around the setting have become fairly bare recently.
The woods in the north, is it?
Yeah.
Let me check the map first. Are there any more other woods nearby?
Well, on the map you can see.
That is to the east, right?
Yes.
Just before reaching the living.
This is sort of major landmarks. This is not a very detailed map. So there are other small coppices of, coppices of woods and trees around. It is not just over here. This is just a main large forest. But there is other woods and small bits around all over the place.
Okay, okay. How far would this like landmark forest though? From oh, it's
40
that's
kilometers.
far. I don't think they can like return on the same day if they went hunting there. They would have
Right.
to stay outside. That would be dangerous though. I guess Bettestein would simply relay the Carl's intention to the hunters and just advise them to take note of anything that may be related to the bandits and simply hunt at the place there where they've been hunting, which is like nearby with a steading. He's not issuing them to go further away for fear of anything that might happen to them.
Alright, we'll keep an eye out for bandits. That's something we can do. We'll make sure we don't go far from each other today. Try and keep things a little safer. Thank you for the heads up. But we also do need to find more food.
I'll inform the Carl about the lack of how do you say it? The lack of hunt. No, the lack of animal around our hunting area, and ask him what should the steading do next. So Wettestein, after informing them that, he returned back to the Great Hall and went to inform the Carl on what are the hunters updates on the hunting grounds.
Alright.
And he walks over here.
Gulliver, are you doing anything during this time?
Well, I kind of wanted to spark up a conversation with the hunters before Vetterstein sort of rudely bumped me over to the left here. So I'm like exiting my spot and just like pushing me aside. Yeah.
That was you. I didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, that was, jeez. No, yeah, I was kind of you just kind of jumped right in there between. It's fine. Gova sort of asks, so, as he just watches Vetterstein go away again and looks back to them, when are you heading out?
Astrid turns to you, very much in sort of charge of or in the lead of the hunters in this moment. We were going to leave any moment, but I guess maybe we should wait for the word of the Carl. I'm not sure what they're going to be able to tell us. But not long.
Yeah, maybe they had quite the heated discussion. I know the Vetterstein and the Carl.
Sure they did. They're not helping any of us that those two lock horns.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to come with us?
Yeah, no, I mean, if you haven't heard about, Ulf sort of challenged me to hunt as well, right? So I thought, like, he might be here already over there, and he sort of looks around, but I guess that's not the case.
Kjell just laughs as you say this. I'm pretty sure he's still tucked away in somewhere.
I guess he did drink more than I did. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, I guess why he's not here. You guys got any tips? I go out hunting. I do intend on winning this one.
How much hunting have you done previously?
I mean, can you call just finding dead deer and the like, getting upon them, is that hunting? Probably not, right?
They look at each other, but she just shakes her head. That's not hunting. No.
No, alright. No, they're not much at all. No. I mean, I'd occasionally find something, but like usually, I just kind of find it. I don't really know my stuff at all.
What are you hunting?
Oh, not just like anything that's edible, I guess. Oh, well, I mean, you mean wolf. I assume the challenge is all get the biggest prize. He hasn't. Similar to when we had that challenge with the shield, not really told me the rules or anything about that before just challenging me. So I'm not quite sure about the details. Again.
You get on well enough with that. You get on well enough with that boar.
Yeah.
You could always try and hunt boar. It would lend itself to being hunted with spear. You have to wait for it to charge and bury one end in the ground. You would not be strong enough to brace with the spear.
Yeah. Sure. Boy. Every time Yule comes to town, that thing looks mighty terrifying, not gonna lie.
I have no doubt that if you were to take down a boar, you'd win your competition.
That is true. Alright. Boar, I guess. Do they have, like, particular tracks? I've never really paid attention to that. Any signs I should look out for?
She looks around for a bit, like on the ground. Here.
Oh.
Your boar comes into our steading, and so she'll find some of the boar tracks left by, the boar that comes in all the time. Look for these.
Oh, I didn't even notice them.
You see how they're
Are these
partially
fresh?
connected? They're not like super fresh, but
Oh, okay.
it's well enough that you can tell.
Her name is Jewel.
Yeah, it's like... Huh, alright. Yeah, I can see that. Well, I'll try to keep an eye out for these.
Very good. You'll do
Thanks.
fine. Get
I
some
hope so.
boar spear from the armory before you leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Can you hear this conversation?
I really won't do
Hunting the
that.
boar?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Oh, as Gulvar walks away to the armory, she calls out, "Oh, Gulvar, I'm feeling a little bit stiff from the night behind us, so..."
Yeah, you drank everybody under the table, I can imagine that, yes.
Yeah, I'm not regretting that, but maybe it's a good idea to get some fresh air. I'll go. Do you mind if I come along with you? Oh, Finn, would you like that too? Yeah, we'll need food more than weapons now, I think. So, with 2 extra guests. So, maybe we can help out and hunt a boar with the 3 of us.
He
Well...
looks very uncertain about this.
Yeah, so I also look uncertain about this. I was like, well, if you recall, I don't know if you do recall, you drank quite a lot, but there was sort of like a challenge between Ulf and me. So like, if you join on our hunt, that seems kind of like counterproductive to the challenge itself. I mean, you can join the other hunters maybe if you ask them, but I mean, we're going to join them to the forest too, I guess. But
No, I get what
feel
you
like
mean. You want to be an epic duel of equal strength, and only the winner can be. Yeah, only the strongest can be the winner.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
The strongest and
yeah.
whatnot.
Stupid. Didn't think about it.
No, you don't need to head it. You don't need to head your head. Like, come on. But no, I mean, either way, it seems like Vetterstein and the car are sort of figuring things out. I feel like there's gonna be some sort of announcement soon. Maybe, I don't know.
Yep.
But I haven't seen Ulf either, so I feel like we're not leaving anytime soon.
No.
So we have to see you around for that.
See you around, and good luck. Win this time. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, appreciate it. He does crack a little smile. Thanks.
As you wait.
Alright.
Beautiful.
And I can Basca next.
Sorry, pardon?
Oh, I was gonna ask if Baz can go next. Sorry if that was not the
Yeah,
person
of
you wanted
course.
to go
Yeah,
next.
no, carry on.
I wanted to- Okay, great. So Baz has definitely checked everywhere in the armory to see if they have enough stuff, weapons and stuff, just in case they need any more stuff. Do they? Because I don't remember if you told me if the weapons are like,
No, I
you
mean,
know, if we're
obviously
good on
weapons and
that.
things aren't aren't super vital. You have enough, basically. You have enough to kit everybody out with at least basic equipment. There's always room for improvement. So if you really wanted to, really well equip everybody out, that would cost a lot of hack silver. To make sure everyone's got like strong armor and mail, but you've got enough bows, you've got enough shields, and you've got enough like spears for everybody, which is going to be your basic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, most of it was just Baz admiring his own work. Like, yeah, that's some nice metal work with the spears at the end. Yeah, but after he does check all of that, he will start going to his smithery. Because it is his job to make stuff for the town or the steading.
Yep.
Come on. There we go.
He's like, God damn it, Baz, keeping the doors open all the time. Just
Sorry.
walks over and closes the doors. It's like, don't let the draft in. Oh, he did leave the outside door open at least. Oh, thank the gods.
Bess rolls his eyes and just screams back, "Relax!" Old Cole never hurt anyone.
You get the silence of a middle finger, if that makes sense.
Bass just smiles a little, like, you can tell he really enjoys the back and forth with Annoying A.
Yep.
Tell Annoying A is definitely, like, something he very much enjoys, because, like, well, Annoying Brother.
All right, you make your way to the
Baz.
smith.
Yeah. Yes. Finn, Nikki, good morning to you both.
Morning. Slept well? Slept at your stupor?
Head still kind of hurts, but other than that, I'm tough enough to handle a bit of being hungover.
Yeah. Me too. Although I won the drinking contest! But anyway,
And good job on beating me last night. I'm impressed.
yeah, me too, by your resilience of chugging down so much. You really are something else. But anyway, what are we going to do today? Are we getting firewood for the smith, or getting some extra shoehorn?
Well,
Yeah, horseshoes.
well, I checked some of the weaponry. We seem to be good on that, so I guess for now we should just focus on, maybe like you said, horseshoes and, What, is there anything, like, that I could see from my walk here that, like, needs to be, like, at least fixed, or, like, something the town may need that's not, like, weaponry that I could make? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, there's always some
I'm
stuff.
asking out of character.
Yeah, no, I figured as much. You're good. There's always, like, nails are always useful. Building supplies. Inevitably, over the course of winter, stuff will break. So having things like fastenings and just spares of things like that, and of tools, of things like axe heads and spear tips.
Yeah.
That's always useful to have, because
I was
making stuff to keep. Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely, I guess Bess just says, We should focus on stocking up on just like the smaller things, like things that may break during the winter.
All right.
I understand.
Ooh,
If you're still heading out, Nikki, I could make a start on those.
wait, heading out? Heading out where?
Well, you saw Gulfar passing by, and he was going to hunt for a boar. I was saying to him that maybe I could go with him, but, well, he said that would ruin the duel, so, yeah, couldn't go with that. But, anyway.
And you were thinking of doing this without consulting your boss first.
Well, no. I was just going to ask you, but, my head is still a little heavy from last night. So I thought maybe going out is a good idea to get fresh air and get on with full power for the upcoming winter.
I want to say, I did say that maybe you should just ask the other 4 hunters, they might take you. Did mention that briefly.
Yeah, I'm also a bit clumsy,
says,
though.
well,
Okay.
well, if you want to go, I guess I can't really stop you. Well, I could, but I don't really want to. I'm not going to stop you from going out and, getting food for the steading. That's always helpful. But if you're not, then,
Yeah.
how about here?
Yeah. I should probably stick to what I'm good at. I'll stay here with you, making nails. But thanks for the offer.
Alright, great.
Alright. As he
Next
starts
time you
poking
want
up
to
the
leave,
fire. Sorry, what did you say?
make sure to tell me first next time you want to... I said, and make sure you actually, tell me first next time you want to leave instead of asking random people.
Well,
Random people.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I might have said no.
I'll
Oh,
think
he
of
doesn't
that.
talk to
Okay.
Gull.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll do that next time.
Alright, good on you, kid. Alright.
As this conversation wraps up in the smith, Finn's already starting to get on with getting things ready for the day, sort of tending to the furnace and things along these lines. However, I think we should go ahead and take our break, and I'm going to push things along a little bit once we get back. We have some guests to talk to. But let's go ahead and take 10 minutes. I'll put a break time thing up for you guys. So go use facilities, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself something to eat if you wish, and I'll see you all back here in 10 minutes.
sure y'all
quickly-
missed me.
Yeah.
Welcome back,
Yeah, we
everyone.
did. Yep. I don't know where Mel is.
Oh, Mel died.
Uh,
Oh well. Oh, say, can you see?
What is that?
yeah.
Yo.
Hello.
Oh,
Oh, my browser crashed.
lee.
Mel, you back with us?
Yeah, I said so. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Don't
How
scare
you
me.
doing?
Alright, we're all back.
Yep, wonderful. Hope everybody had a good good break.
I did not. I had a terrible one.
Sorry to get.
My dog died, and then my car was on fire, and then my house blew up. You know,
In
almost.
those 5 minutes.
Yes. No, actually, it took 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's indication to still be here, but despite that.
Yeah, you know, D&D's more important. Let's continue.
All right, so
Oh, nice.
let's carry on. Pull us back to the scene. That is saying as you head in to speak to the car, to speak to A. Please
Yeah,
carry on with that for a moment. What would you like to discuss? I know you went back in to see him and to talk about the hunters, and I'm going to potentially interrupt you in just a second, but it will make sense.
Okay.
but carry on.
I guess he just mentioned the concerns of the hunters about the hunting game. No, the hunting. The hunt
Counts.
seems dwindling. Yes, the game. You call it games, right?
Mm.
Dwindling in the areas around the stadium. So he just raised their concerns to the Cal and like asked the Cal, "Oh, what do you think, my lord?"
I trust the judgment of my hunters on the matters of if they should go further or not to get more game. I would also tell them that if we heavily rationed this winter, we would all survive
Mm-mm.
with our current supply. Anything else? First time?
No, I just after they inform me of that, I just remind them to take note of the any bandit related activities or sightings around the stadium, and to take care while they go hunting. Yeah, that's all that I mentioned to them. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going back to talk to them. Got it. A looks up at Freya.
You see, she
Okay, sucks.
exits from the room, takes a moment to look around the hall before seeing you at the table and coming to sit next to you. She doesn't want to interrupt, so she lets the conversation carry on. But eventually we'll look to you. Thank you, firstly, for taking us in. Eric is still struggling,
Eric.
but he is alive. I'm sure thanks to you all. I'm not sure he would have made the night otherwise. I would like to ask what I can do to make myself useful, and I'm sure you have questions for me. I have
I
one
do.
actually of during your guest rights. I'm sorry, we've traveled all over. We don't often need to actually ask for guest rights. and the practices change all over the world. When do I... Well, do I get my necklace back at some point?
Shadow, I'm going to ask this. I don't think she gets it back, right?
That would be fucked up.
It's honest. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. It's honestly up to you.
I didn't
like
know
the
that.
guest rights thing would change all over the world. They do change.
Yeah.
You could.
I think you should give it back.
Whenever you want.
I feel like you should just give it back.
I thought
that's completely up to
this was sort of. I thought the idea was sort of like you just keep it as long as she's a guest, and if she tends to leave or changes, becomes a resident, she gets it back. You know, so this was sort of like a what's it called, like the deposit kind of deal. That's what I thought it was. Not just like here's my most precious thing, just so I can live here for a while.
Yeah, that seems a little ridiculous.
Okay, I'm just going to say how Abe will do it then, because based off like the text I have in the book, it doesn't talk anything about giving it back. He would think it's like, well, the point of the offering is to show the start of the guest right, and how we do it here is when you choose to leave from being my guest, you will request it back, and I will give it back to you, and then I will send you on your way.
I see. Very well. Thank you. And she looks to the table where there is still some food laid out. May I eat?
Of course, you're part of my house. Eat till you're full.
Yes, thing.
And with that, she will tuck in fairly voraciously. Really, clearly very hungry.
Yeah.
So
while she's eating, A would get that old horn that he brought out last night, and just reactivate the rune so that it's active while we're having important conversations about potential threats. He'll get up and he won't do it at the table, but he'll get up and walk around a little bit, then come back.
Okay. She does watch you a little bit as you get up. She looks a little confused, honestly. Only in the sense that you get the sense she was ready to start answering questions and talking to you, and you sort of got up and walked away. So she does seem a little confused if she was ready to talk to you, but she just is clearly enjoying the food too much to say anything about it, and is happy just to continue eating for the moment.
Well, I mean, if he'll wait until she's done eating before having this conversation, because she had a hard time. Clearly, he's going to check on Eric and see if he's doing okay, as well, to make sure he's actually recovering.
Yeah, you go and you check on him. He is fully asleep, which is not unsurprising. He will need likely a lot of rest to get over his injuries. And he is fully asleep, but he seems to be... his body temperature seems to have stabilized, and he seems to be resting peacefully without any flinching or pain, so it's a good sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So after that, he will get back and wait until she's done eating before going into the conversation.
She is it's a few minutes, it's 5-10 minutes have passed with you doing stuff, checking on Eric, and as you return, she is still sort of picking at bits, but seems to have done feasting or devouring in that sense at this point. And she sort of turns to you as you return. Thank you. I didn't realize how hungry I was, I think. You have questions?
Yes. Well, my first question is, are you and Eric in a relationship of some sort, or just business partners?
I mean, friends, probably the best way to put it. Not really business partners. I don't know. Friends.
Where are you from?
Where am I from originally, or where have we come from?
Originally, and where you've come from, both, please.
Well, right now we've come from Volska.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading south,
Volska.
but originally I was from Norveg.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay.
Would you write those names down, Ty?
They're on the maps.
Fran and Eric. It's
Sure.
Fran and
Okay.
Eric.
Great.
Volska.
So
Norveg.
that's where she's from, or
Norveg is where she was born, effectively. Volska is where they have come from now. Like they've come.
So, like, now we get into the more serious question.
Polska.
How many people were in your caravan when you were attacked?
8.
8. Okay. Are you two the only ones that survived?
I don't know. And she sort of drops her head a little bit. And you can tell there's some shame there. We fled.
Ah.
I see. How many bandits were there when they attacked?
Let me roll. Oh, damn.
25.
Oh my
I
God.
was rolling to see how well she, like, accurately.
Oh my god, it was almost
recalls
25.
How many, you know?
Mhm.
It will take her a moment as she's clearly trying to recall information here.
Mhm.
There were I think 10.
I see.
They had the element of surprise, and it was brutal.
Where were you camped when you were attacked?
I don't know this area perfectly well, but to the north, just on the side of the road. We have been traveling and we were trying to reach here, actually.
Oh, really? He nods. I know I hate to ask you this, but do you think those bandits are a threat to my studying and my people?
She looks away for a moment, like her eyes just flit away, and she nods first before answering. Any bandits are a threat, right? But they seemed very dangerous. I would imagine they would be.
Mhm. What was your caravan carrying on the way here?
The caravan carried mostly furs, a little in the way of metal and crafted jewelry and things of that nature. But things to trade. But of course, also food and some wine.
I see. I thank you for answering my questions. It seems that from what I've heard, you just sadly got incredibly unlucky. But one thing that I am interested to know from you is, are you willing to lead some of my warriors to where you were ambushed?
You can see she just looks down at this, like still just looking at the now pretty like empty plate in front of her. And there's a lot of thought going on. You're not sure like exactly what she's considering, but it's not an easy decision for sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm only very clear. A is legitimately asking her. He's not demanding. He's not doing. He's backing off. He wants to make sure she chooses this of her own volition, and he's willing to be patient on this matter.
I would rather not. I don't want to leave Eric, and I don't think he's going to be able to be in a state to travel. And I do not want to face those bandits again.
I see.
Not yet.
Thank you. Understandable. Do you know of any landmarks that your camp was near, or things that you that were noticeable to you?
Oh, damn, she's rolling pretty well for this.
Must have been quite the event for her.
I didn't see much in landmarks after we left, but before, I remember a large khan built on a hillside. Maybe an hour before we stopped to make camp. I think the campsite's a little to the south of that.
I'm assuming A knows what she's talking about here.
Yeah, 100% you would. And it's a good like distance from here, but it would give you a rough area to search.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if he's like with that distance in mind, like he's like you can see A, like she can see A. He's like he's clearly thinking. He has. How did you get here so quickly? Then we are quite a distance away from that area in general.
So this is a little bit meta, but the distance would still check out. They arrived like late at night, right? Okay. So assuming because the sun is disappearing quickly, so assuming they got attacked like very early evening when they were like soon after they'd made camp or whatever, they would have still been walking for a good few hours to get here in a bad state, you know, to have made it. So it is about the right sort of
distance. Yeah.
Distance. Yeah.
Yeah. Could I, like, Shadow don't have any more questions. Can I roll to see if A could think of any more questions that are prevalent to this conversation?
Sure, and from a meta point of view, like, I'll open it up to everyone as well, because, you know, again, A may know things that you can't think of. So, does anybody else have other ideas for what, like, A should be asking here?
Yeah. A, could you ask to just tell her story of what happened? Because then she will maybe reveal few clues that you can expand on.
Yeah, you might catch some details.
You can't really tell, like, the whole story. Just like little snippets,
which might might include like what kind of equipment they have as well and stuff like that.
Yeah, and who the people were and if they were like important, if they're just like random people getting attacked.
Yeah, like A, after thinking for a little bit, it's like, could you like give me a timeline of the events that happened for me before you came here?
God, hang on. How much of it, including our journey from the north?
Let's say about the day starting from the day before.
Okay. Now Ty is unsure. What were they doing there? I mean, they were traveling.
Did you not have a plan for that?
Well, if nothing
for us to
happened the day
compare?
before, then I guess there's
Yeah,
nothing much to
exactly.
tell.
You know,
Yeah.
the day before was uneventful. We headed south. And she would, at that point, maybe describe like a couple of minor landmarks that you would kind of know to be correct. But it very much sort of describes an uneventful day. We set up camp in a close to a small woods. We tried to hunt, but there wasn't much around. We saw nobody else. We knew that this place was ahead of us. We weren't sure if you would be willing to meet us or to talk to us, but we were going to be making our way to Storvik. So you were on the way anyway. So it seemed worth stopping, even if you didn't want to trade. The morning was likewise uneventful. We knew there was a storm coming in. There were clues, so we decided to make camp early. We found a spot whilst traveling that was sheltered. Had sort of rocks built up, bit of a cliff around it. So we stopped there, set up tents, built a fire. At the moment the sun started to dip, arrows started to fly. I remember the first person got hit straight in the neck. Blood splattered onto the floor, and from that point it was chaos. I ran. I saw Eric already heavily wounded. I grabbed him and started to make our way towards you. You were the closest settlement that we knew of. Back the way we came, we didn't encounter many settlements, small farmsteads. The last people that we stayed with, the last people that we saw were not nice people. They were fine, but they didn't want us there at all. Didn't want to trade. I figured it was better to risk it with you than to try and head further back to them.
I see. Well, thank you for answering my questions. Meta question, guys. Anything else you guys can think of?
That was pretty good.
How big
Who
are
were the people she
the
was? Who were the people she was with? Like, what were their names or something? I don't think that's actually important. Actually, pretty sure they were just randomly attacked. Not exactly sure. Asking their
Can
names.
she
right
give
now.
a more detailed description of the attackers? She mentioned, like, she got shot by arrows and stuff like that, but, like,
Oh yeah.
she
Yeah,
apparently
the
can recall
attackers.
it was 10 in rather good detail. Can she tell us anything more? How well armed and equipped they were?
it would be like, did you notice anything special or unique about the attackers that ambushed you?
You can see her thinking hard again. They seemed like bandits, raiders, maybe. They were well equipped. They had chain. From what I saw, spears and axes. There were archers lurking. They never got close to the campsite. But I could see them moving amongst the trees not far off. It was all very quick. But I didn't see anything particularly outstanding about them.
I see.
Right.
Well,
Is there anything I genuinely can't think of anything that she would have seen that would have been outstanding about the bandits. Is there anything like specific details?
Yeah, I thought maybe if like she saw like some of them were maybe holding shields, if there were maybe like a symbol of like a hold or some place that we know nearby.
A couple did have shields, but there were no markings on the shields. Like there was no markings. Heraldry or anything.
They
like
didn't
that
have. They didn't have like any armor or anything that like had like a thing on it. Like maybe like a tattoo or something. Well, not a tattoo. What do you call a thing on like an armor? Like their shirt from
like an insignia or something like that.
They have like a tabard on or maybe like something on
No, if you put, none of them had anything that would mark as like identifier as to who they were.
No, I thought maybe if they would, it might not necessarily mean they're from that hold or anything, but maybe they have stolen from that hold as well. We could potentially ask them more for information.
Very true.
Depending on how close it is.
No identifying marks, I'm afraid. Nothing on any of it. One thing that might be of note is that she does mention she didn't see any swords. Is typically
that's for rich people.
Well, yeah, it's typically a mark of status. So the weapons they're using in terms of like axes and spears are just readily available. So not
Yeah, but they got chainmail. They got like heavy armor, not like regular clothes.
Well, chainmail is not the heaviest of armors, but it's certainly better than just hide or anything.
Yeah,
so they're not nothing. Certainly, there's some equipment.
Yeah. Well, after going through all the tough stuff, it's like, well, thank you so much for your answers.
Operation.
I know that. Well, she kind of had no choice. But I will ask you. Do you require anything to be more comfortable here?
She looks surprised by the question, but takes a moment to think, and no, I'm fine. Just if you are able to go and search if there were any other survivors, I would appreciate that greatly.
Well,
I had other belongings that I had to abandon. Just nothing important, but silver and some clothes.
Well, one thing I will tell you is that I did plan on sending some of my warriors to at least look around the ambush site and try to find it. If we do find bodies or belongings, we'll probably take them back, and if anything that you claim is yours, you will be given that, but anything else will be taken to part of my staying stockpile for the winter.
Of course, we would happily be willing to, if you were able to get some of our goods back, we would happily give you a share as thanks, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have much in the way of silver left. We bought pelts and furs in Iskloft to trade.
Well, luckily for us, furs are needed, especially during winter.
If you can recover them, you'd be welcome to them.
Yes. Thank you so much. If you wish to help, I'm not requiring that of you. Speak to my sister Hulda. She can give you some chores to do around the steading.
I will speak to Holder and help where I can.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And if she doesn't want to speak anymore, A's not going to force her. She can kind of see he's going into the tank, basically. He's going to deep, well thought out of what do I do with this information.
Yeah. Nice. All right, and she will eat a little bit more, and then look around. Which one is Holder?
Where?
Golda's still in her room.
Yes, she's still in the room. Yeah.
I think she's still asleep.
She's usually up by now.
She usually is. She's feeling very fragile. You rolled a
Very
nat one, I
tired.
think. Yeah.
Let's see. I was just going to think of like a random chore off his head to, like, just give to her. That's something that like just helps, doesn't get in the way of anything, nothing special.
You can always send her to Baz. Baz could use some assistance. I'm just kidding. Well, you can do whatever you want.
Chopping some boots.
Mhm.
What the hell?
Yep.
Sorry,
But yeah.
I was simultaneously like watching the thing and watching the stream as well, and I just saw a rainbow cat firing lasers, and then a card appears with the crown.
Yeah, that
on.
one was
I got real
one
confused.
pretty wild one. Not gonna lie.
Oh no! What? Oh god! Oh god!
I think this is
Yeah.
a card for you, not for. Well, I could be wrong. Pepperjack is making devil eyes, which probably means it's.
No,
Yeah.
it's a good one. But you have to play it. It's a DM card. But it's a
Yeah.
good one.
Oh, it happened again.
Oh, there we go.
Or
Okay.
maybe this
Well,
is the bad one. No, that's
he's-
just
no,
the same
he's
one
up.
again.
He is upping your plunder. Okay. Nice.
It is a cat riding a pizza with
It-
burritos and rainbows, shooting lasers. Okay. Sorry, continue whatever you were saying, eh?
Yeah, I mean, like, after the conversation with her, he's just like, I gotta talk to Vebjorn about this. And he will, look for, well, actually, he will look for Vebjorn and try to figure out if he's with the hunters or not, because he doesn't know off the top of his head.
As far as you're aware, he's not. After it doesn't take you long, to search around, find out, and you make your way outside.
Yeah.
He is not with
Could
the
you just
hunters.
distract me?
The hunters are waiting.
Albert.
It becomes quickly evident that Vebjorn is outside of the gates.
Okay. Well, A will. I mean, A needs to talk to him about this. He's the head of security, so he will go out and go talk to Vebjorn.
You make your way out, and you see him not far beyond the wall. It seems like he was talking to. There's two people on guard at the moment, or at least keeping watch essentially. And he has wandered a little bit further away at this point, but is just watching the world, taking it all in, and keeping an eye on everything. As he hears the gate open, you see him turn back and sees you. Girl.
We have bandits to discuss about.
Let's talk.
Yeah, and he
I take
will
it,
follow him.
in that case, you've spoken to Freya.
Yes.
What did she say?
They were part of a caravan of 8 coming from south, from Volska, following along the road. They were attacked by a group of 10 with chainmail and axes and spears and bows. No swords. They were near the land. He just lists off the landmarks and the situation of the cave. And he's just basically telling him the whole gist of what he found out. Yeah.
Interesting. 10 bandits shouldn't be an issue. I can't imagine they would dare attack. You're worried there might be more?
I'm worried there might be more. I'm also worried how they got that armor. That armor is very rare for people to have. Especially in our area.
I agree. You think it's... Well... What do you think? You want to go look for them?
I think... Well, I don't know if I want to look for them per se. I do want to go to that campsite and see if there's anything we can figure out from there and see if there's any furs that we can salvage that they didn't take with them as well. That will help us throughout the winter.
Well, it's not a bad idea. I should get people ready in defense of this place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had Baz check on the weapon stores earlier today to see if we had enough. I think he didn't come back to me, so I think we're okay.
I didn't.
Well, the hunters are heading out soon. You should take a small group up there with you.
Yes.
The hunters could do with focusing. I can get some of the others ready here in the thralls and make sure that we are up to date on our training. But we should be, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you wish to stay here to defend the steading and not be a part of my entourage?
I mean, I just need a decent amount of people, just in case, you know. But other than that, there's nobody in particular.
Okay.
Can't imagine you're taking any of the thralls with you. Are you?
No. My current idea is Verstein, Nikki, Baz, and Golvar. Maybe one or two others, but
I'm pretty sure Ulf will want to go with you. Him and Golvar have, and you see, he looks a little mischievous as he says this. They've got some unfinished business, shall we say, as he sort of glances to where he got stabbed.
Listen, like, Vebjorn and they know each other. He's like, Vebjorn will probably know he's not mad about being stabbed. He's mad about the potential of children getting stabbed in the throat. But yeah.
No children got stabbed.
Yeah, no children got stabbed.
Yeah.
If children got stabbed, Ulf would not be here.
You've been story of a life.
Yeah. But
I
yeah.
think that's a good choice to take with you.
I agree. I'll have everyone get prepared, and hopefully we should be back by nightfall, I believe, I may have to camp out. But no, it's probably better to get back in the same day.
Try and push back if you can, but if you're not back by tonight, well, I'll tell you what, if you're not back by midday tomorrow, then we'll start to worry.
Yeah.
Just in case
I mean, stuff may happen, but I don't... Like, we're going to a dead site. Hopefully, they won't be watching it. Alright. Well, I will form the others and get ready. Good luck, Vebjorn. May the gods bless you.
And may they watch over you. He goes and talks to to Brynhorn, who you see is stood outside the gates on guard, and soon follows you in through the gates.
Yeah. A will go up to the hunters and be like, I trust your judgment. Whatever you think is best to do, do it. You have more experience in hunting than I do. You understand these lands better than I do.
You see Asta just rolls her eyes as they've kind of been like hanging around waiting. Like, very good. We're wasting time then.
I'm sorry. I thought Verstein would be here because I told him to tell you. I apologize for his for him not doing anything.
And you see the four just head out and make their way out to try and hunt for the day.
A will knock on the smithy door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Baz,
Yeah,
Nikki.
baskets. Oh,
Yep.
hello, boss.
Hello.
Hey, Carl.
Get
I mean,
get your weapons, get your armor. We're traveling today.
ooh, my wish
Oh,
gets
really?
fulfilled anyway.
Just out of character, I'm not sure. What did Bettelstein missed out earlier?
Well, he was there during the whole conversation. I assumed.
Wait,
He's
yeah.
not paying attention.
Yeah, I was not paying attention.
Dude, come on.
So I advise everybody.
I was distracted for a bit.
That's alright.
Damn it! I left the door open. I let the draft in. No. Ah!
Well,
10 years of prison. Get this man out of
I
here.
thought you went to Verbion because suddenly you went to Verbion, like suddenly you teleported over there, and then why suddenly there's like a conversation over there so far suddenly.
A will walk up to
Before-
Verstein. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, before Baz goes, he tells Finn, you're in charge while me and Nikki are gone. Try not to destroy this place, alright?
That's fine.
See you then, man.
I know what I'm working on.
Test-
I can make a start. You'll be real
Alright.
proud of me when you get back, I promise.
I hope so.
You will. I'll make sure of it. I'll make sure of it. And you see, he continues to get on with his work, but seems reliable enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Ver-
he trusts them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A will walk up to Verstein. Verstein, we are going to scout out the attack site from our guests last night to see if there's anything we can scavenge or learn from.
I thought the hunters are going out.
The
And
hunters are
now-
going out to hunt. We're going to
Yes, and
the
we are
attack
going out
site.
of them.
No, we're not going out with
and
the
there's
hunters.
no. Yeah. So there's no one in the stadium, I guess.
No, there are people in the steading still. There's only, it's going to be you, myself, Nikki, Baz, Golvar, and Ulf going to the site. Everyone else will be here.
And Bebion, and Bebion mentioned that we would have enough guard
Yes.
for the stadium, I guess.
Yes, he did. I talked to him
Then I
before.
don't see. Okay.
Yeah,
Effectively,
that's all-
you've got 10 people heading out. Like, there's 6 people in your party. You've got the 4 hunters heading out. So you've got 10 people going out, but that still leaves a good, 20 people-ish? I need to figure out
Yeah.
how many exactly you've
Those
got. I
20
think you've got,
people are
28
combat
people.
ready. Yeah, just I'm
Yeah, but
asking
most of them are
because,
children and healers.
Yes.
No,
Are
that's
they combat
excluding
ready?
the children.
Oh, that's
Um,
excluding the children. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't include the
Yeah,
children.
most of them are
anything.
children and healers.
Yeah.
Alright, don't include the children.
And I will try and find Golvar and Ulf if he can. I don't know where they are on the map, so I'm just.
I
And
actually
ask
have no
some
idea.
people, man. This is the world without phones or anything. Just gotta talk to people.
And Vetterstein is the head of the
look
messengers,
around.
so maybe Vetterstein can call the rest of his colleagues and just have them look for Ulf, Gulvar.
Mhm.
Because their messengers, they have to be fast and reliable.
Mhm.
He opened
you
up his
actually-
smartphone and WhatsApp.
You actually soon enough see
Sorry.
Ulf just wander into the back of the hall, make his way over to the side, trying his best not to be noticed, and failing as he is clearly looking very rough amongst the people today.
Oh,
He's
Okay.
still drunk, I guess.
Yeah.
No, definitely not
Very
drunk, just
hungover.
very hungover.
Ulf,
Now, next
Oh, God.
we're
What?
going out today.
Oh, you sure?
Get sobered up. We're going out in an hour.
I'm sober. Can we go out tomorrow?
No, there are bandits out there. We need to make sure not a threat to the steading.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna
And tell
go.
Golvar, if you can find him, to come as well.
I haven't seen Golvar.
Where the... Where...
I think he's gone.
Where in Odin's name?
You see him wander out,
Yeah.
taking a chunk of meat that's been left over and a bit of bread with him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well,
I mean...
I spoke to Gulvar this morning. He said he was going to hunt on a boar with a boar spear. I don't know whether he has had it out yet, but the gate guard must know. Shall I ask and see if they saw him leaving?
If you can get all of your... If you can... Yes, do that. I will get prepped.
As she runs over to the gate to ask the guards.
Okay.
while you're all
Do
doing
so.
that, Baz goes to see Holda to tell her that he's going out for a while.
Alder has finally made it just about out of the room and is currently on the furs at the side of the hall, still not looking great, but drinking something.
Look who came back from the dead. Hey there, sweet.
With a little help. And she lifts a mug and she's drinking some meat.
Oh no. Yeah. Baz takes that away from her. Like,
Hey.
dear, you just got. I'm assuming you just got
watered it.
sober. Please do.
I watered it down. It just
Please
helps
do.
take the edge off.
All right. Gives it back to her, and hopefully she's not lying to him.
Roll an insight. No,
Okay.
you know you're not. You know your wife very well. She has genuinely watered it down. Yeah.
All right. Good. Well, Bass just says, "Well, sweet. I'm going to be out for a while, going with your brother and a bunch of other people to go check out a campsite. Apparently,
Okay. Why?
I got attacked by bandits.
What?
Got
When?
attacked by bandits. Apparently,
We got
And you
attacked,
expect me
or
to
the
be-
campsite got attacked?
the campsite got attacked. We're
What's
going to
that
go
got to
check
do
it
with
out." Oh, does she think I'm talking about the campsite in the
I don't
setting?
know. No, she just seems very confused in general.
Okay.
She's
She
hungover.
even knows we have guests right now.
Exactly. Yeah. She has no idea
Yeah.
anybody arrived last. She did technically meet them, but she doesn't remember meeting them.
Our guests told her. Do you remember we have them? A lady named Freya. You almost killed her friend after trying to take off his bandages. Remember
No,
that?
I didn't. I didn't kill anyone.
He's denying everything.
Well, you didn't. You almost did.
I almost
That's
killed
just like
somebody
rubs her back a bit.
last night.
Yes, while you were drunk.
Oof. I need more ale for this.
Yeah, it's all right. He's alive.
Where is he? We have guests?
Yes, Freya and her friend Eric, who's sleeping in the Carl's room. They were
Where's
apparently
Freya?
attacked, and we are going to check out their campsite. I guess he points to wherever Freya was at the table.
Oh, I thought that was Nikki. Fuck. Alright.
No, they
They do look
do look very similar.
Fine. Just don't be too long.
I'll try. But
sure
I don't know
to stay
how
safe.
long your brother wants to be out.
Stay safe out there.
You know I will. You will not need to worry. I'm sure this will be a normal, quick mission.
Yes, I'm
Red
sure
flag.
too.
Sure.
She just goes back to drinking her ale at 9 in the morning. Olaf staggers down the docks, down the jetty. What the fuck are you doing here?
So look to the side. So watch the frozen planks. Don't slip. Okay.
That's a good one.
He gets down onto his stomach and like leans over the side and plunges his face into the sea.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What?
Sits back
I'll
up,
wake someone up.
and just sits on the dock. Fuck. How are you feeling today?
Well, I saw Golva is holding like a fishing rod he found somewhere. Maybe it's just a stick with a cord on the other end. Who knows? I don't know what we have in fishing rods here. But, you know, he's holding it, sort of thing. Well, after taking some fresh air, I think I'm feeling good.
Fuck you.
I think I can... Well... Oh, Ty, can I do a fishing roll? Is that a thing? See how good my luck is?
Yeah.
Maybe a good omen.
That would technically
A fishing roll.
it would still technically fall under world-wise,
Well, we'll try.
unless you have
Wait, why?
like fishing tool or something.
It's the middle. No, I don't have that.
There is the sea is actually relatively calm for how bad the weather is. You know, you still get churning waves and things here still as it is at the moment, but it's nothing seems to be biting at the moment.
Nothing so far. That's fine. He's more here for the relaxation.
You're going out
It's
today,
not
here?
debriefing.
Or rather, we're going out today.
Well, yeah, for a hunt, no?
Carl said that we're going to go camping.
I assume for the bandits then. I heard that conversation.
All right. What do you know of these bandits?
Well, I know that I don't know them. But
He loves the engages. So this
from what I've heard from the hunters, I earlier talked to them a little bit. It seems like the forests are getting a little bit suspiciously empty. Maybe those bandits have been hunting in our forests, and that's why.
Maybe.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh,
All right.
theory.
So that's what we're hunting then, is it?
I
Bandits.
guess we're hunting bandits. Yeah.
All right. Well,
He puts
First one to
puts away the
take
thing.
down a bandit wins, I guess.
Oh, just the first one.
What do you want
What
to
about
do?
their leader?
You want to hunt the leader? All right.
Well, that's the biggest of the hunt, right? I mean, we were going to try to hunt the biggest thing in the forest.
Fuck off. I was never going to hunt the biggest. I'm not going after a bear or some shit.
Well, I mean, what we could find and survive, I guess.
All right. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
we're still-
Well, he puts his hand out. Very well. We're going to take down a bandit leader.
All right then. I grab his hand and help him sort of up back. I assume he said we were going right now.
I don't know. I wasn't really listening. I think he wants to talk to you though. So probably.
Right, then. Well then, I do hope the bandit says. I do hope the leader has a good knife. Surely I must have something.
I'll tell you what. When I kill the bandit leader, I'll give you his knife.
Wow.
But I'm keeping yours.
That's good.
We
And
make our
he'll
way.
Follow you. Make your way back. Yeah.
Whoop.
You're making your way downtown,
well,
walking
Mickey
fast,
is-
faces past, and you're homebound. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm sorry.
And while Gulvar is walking back to the town hall, Mickey is asking to the guards, "Hey, have you seen Gulvar leave? He was going for boar hunting. Has he left yet?"
Oh. Hang on. Here we go.
Gorge walks in afterwards.
I haven't seen him. He's not gone out this way.
Alright, thanks. I'll head back then.
Maybe he's in the armor.
I
then?
walked past there. I didn't even see him. I was like, where is he?
Nova. I'm assuming, since you came with Ulf, you know about the expedition?
Oh yeah, I told him
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
We're hunting bandits.
Yeah, either way. My guest told us about the attack that happened on our caravan. We're going to investigate that attack site, see if we can find any information about bandits. And I'm going to state this to all of you. The point of this mission is not to find the bandit lair and attack them. The point is to gather information.
Oh wait, what?
How many are there?
10.
We can kill 10 bandits.
Okay, so it
With-
counts the people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I'll
6.
take half. You lot take the other half.
Each of them have
Ooh.
my armor. The same armor I own. Each of them.
How do you
I
let
don't
him
see
get your
it.
armor?
Yeah, I don't see the issue necessarily.
Well, then
You
we'll
don't think I
be
can find
rich
the weak
if we
spot
defeat them and take
in
their
the
armor.
A knife to the face is a knife to the face. You know, like unless they wear some face plate, usually it doesn't matter.
Besides,
You
I
can
could
end the
probably
point.
find a weak.
Uh,
I could probably find a weak spot in their armor anyway. I've already found like 3 in yours.
Yes, I understand. But that's my point of saying we're not dealing with people in hides. We're potentially dealing with reavers.
Alright,
Yes.
so I'll take
I mean, bloody hard to kill.
4 then, I guess.
Okay, whatever. Get ready. We'll deal with them when we deal with them. The plan is not today, but if it happens today, then it happens today.
Alright. I'll be ready to go in
You're the boss.
20
Come on,
minutes.
Carl. Have a little bit more faith in your people. I'm sure we can take them, whoever they are.
No, we should listen to the boss. He is our leader. Again, gives a little mock salute. But he is being 100% serious, just in a jokey way. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So Golvar tends to leave and then sort of returns and realizes that I think he's the only one actually ready to leave because he doesn't have much, so he's always sort of ready to leave. It's like, well, yeah, I guess you guys are not necessarily ready yet, are you?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll wait then, I guess.
That's gotta grab weapons. He's gotta grab his axes. He's gotta grab a spear. Gotta grab other stuff.
Yeah, my weapons. Yeah. I'm gonna go grab those.
He's gotta grab Nikki. Well, Nikki's right here, but he still has to grab Nikki.
I guess that's
Yeah,
the
her
idea
at
of that, right?
stuff.
For everyone.
Either
I
way,
mean, she's like the best Viking.
either way. So you're at the front gate in 20 minutes, as they all leave with Ulf. Oh, now he's alone.
Oh, what
like
did
his-
yeah. Ow.
Yep.
Gulva grabs you can see Gulva grab like a sort of like an old wooden tattered shield and very sort of little taken care of hatches that he put that's apparently his that he put somewhere here just on the table randomly. All right, I got my weapons.
I mean, Abe probably keeps his not in the common armory, but in his quarters. So he's just going to his room that has a injured man in there, and it's just like, okay, gotta get my armor and my and my spears and my axes and my helmet.
He doesn't even pay any attention. Like he doesn't stir. He is out.
Yeah.
He is out at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Baz just grabs.
Able check to make sure the guy is still breathing, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. So very obvious to tell. He's probably even like slightly snoring at this point. Like he's asleep.
Yeah.
Wait,
Baz
back
just grabs
question.
his
Can
two
we just
axes,
grab any weapon
spear.
from the armory?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Baz just like grabs 2 big axes and a hatchet and is like, "All right, I'm ready."
All right, nice. Vedestein, you are talking
Yes.
to Rolf?
Yes. Since the Carl mentioned about the scouting expedition, well, Vetesan has always wearing his weapons with him, and because Rolf is going to stay behind, I guess, at the stadium. He just reminds Rolf to to keep an eye out and keep on constant communication, I guess, throughout the expedition. While he's on expedition. And then I guess he went towards Rose, I guess, just to remind her that take care while the warriors are out for the scouting expedition and the hunters are out. Yeah, I just mentioned those two.
Yeah, no problem. Rolf just agrees that he will be watching, and Ross tells you not to worry, that she will be tending to the temple and making sure everyone's okay whilst you're gone.
Nicky grabs just one of the shields that looks okay, and a bow and arrows, just in case. And she goes to say goodbye to Baz's children and to her family. So first, she's going to try and find the children of Baz and says, "Oh, come here. I'm gonna miss you so much, but Carl says we're gonna be back tomorrow midday at last, so I'll see you then. And maybe I can even bring something for you if he finds something. So be nice, and I'll be back."
They all seem very excited by this.
Yeah, I totally forgot to say goodbye to the children, but hold on, we'll tell.
Baz is just a bad dad. Baz is just a bad
No,
dad.
he is not. No, he is not.
I deny the truth.
He's
That's
a
just
good
knows
dad,
Holo
just
will
off
tell
camera.
them.
That's all it is. Yeah.
Yes,
But he's also a better husband off camera because that was kind of earlier, like, "Oh, wife, you're feeling not well. Go do some work. You have to do things to do. I'm off. I'm leaving you alone. You do all the things. You don't feel well. I don't care."
So Baz tried to not wake her up so she could rest.
Yeah, not hindsight.
Yeah. And Baz just knows Holda will tell the kids that he's gone.
Like, dude, that sounds like a dad who doesn't care about their kids' fate. The wife will just tell the kids where I am. The wife will just tell the kids where I am. We don't have to worry.
Nicky also drops by Finn just to say goodbye, and Finn, thank you for keeping the smithy.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
Yeah,
Of course.
I'll be gone for a day, and that I know you can make the standing proud. And
I'll I'll do my
And,
best. Just don't die out there. Yeah.
Well, I have to get back to maybe beat you again at arm wrestling. No. I'm joking. That was just
Immediately
luck.
gets suppressed. Like, oh.
You did that on purpose,
Oh,
didn't
no.
you? I know so.
Wow.
But, well, we'll have to have another contest again. So, I'll have to show up for that. Well, take care and see you tomorrow.
The moment you walk out, you don't see this, but the moment you walk out, he starts doing press ups. I gotta get stronger. I get bigger. All right.
Yeah.
You
That's just waiting outside the thing for Nikki. Like, all right, let's go. Let's go, Nikki.
Alright.
did you move up to the gate and then close the gate? All right. Perfect. All right. Baz jumps on A.
What I did? Oh, sorry.
You might
I
need
didn't see him.
desync if you're seeing something else. Anyway, it's perfectly fine. I think, yeah, that's everybody outside ready to go. As you make your way out, Ulf is already out there. I think Gulliver and Ulf were some of the first out, followed by Vedestein.
Yeah.
As the others follow out. All right, come on then. Let's get going. Where are we going?
North, up the road.
Got it. On the
All right,
way.
let's have an adventure.
I think
You
before that
excited
we
first
have to
time?
like do a prayer, I guess.
Oh.
Like a ritualistic something. I think the Carl should lead us on that, or
Oh, yeah, let's do the omens. How
Good
is that
omen.
worldwise? Is that worldwise?
Isn't
doing-
that Vedestein's job? Hey, don't move.
yeah, I'm not sure which job is that.
I'll tell you
Is
what.
it my job or is it
Here's what we'll do. You pass through the wooden gates,
Okay.
and the weather is still bad, but the storm has mostly subsided. There is there is a distant groan of the shifting trees in the strong winds, and the world feels wider, less forgiving out here than in the confines of Yarnhold. You see the smoke rising behind you. You hear the buzz soon quietens down to be replaced by just the sounds of nature around you. And as you are now stood on the proper outskirts of Yarnhold, you get prepared to say a few words, perform a small, or commune with the gods in some way before we head off. What we'll do is we'll start the next session with you communing with the gods in whatever way you feel is fit before you make your way out into the wilds. So have a think about that before next session and how you would go about doing that and what that entails. And we will start the next session with that when we pick up. But that is everything for today. I'm gonna work through and we'll do a star and a wish here. So Baz, kick us off. Give me a star and a wish for
What?
today.
Oh, star. Right, star gives to the person who I think did the best. No, I'm gonna have to say Verstein. I really like how you played the character. He seems like I don't really know how to put like he'd do anything for the setting, but like not very trustworthy. Not in the sense that like he'll betray everyone. It's just like in the sense that he's like a really shady dude who's trying to help people, but like he does it in a really shady way.
Yes. I would say that I think he doesn't know his boundaries well. I think he overstepped his boundary.
Yeah.
But because he's like learning to be an advisor, I guess, and he's I think quite proud. How say it? Proudful?
Proud.
No, is it pride?
Yeah,
Prideful.
prideful.
Because
Yeah,
he's
and I
like,
really
appointed by the so he's like quite proud of himself.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
But yeah, I really did enjoy that and the argument that he brought to A. And for my wish, well, my last wish got fulfilled. I did get to do more role playing as Baz, so I had fun doing that. My new wish wish. I guess for my wish, I'd like to try more Hanganda.
Alright,
Should I
hey,
try more
start a wish.
Hanganda? I guess. You know,
Hey?
Hanganda these nuts.
No, that's why I was moving on. Hey, what's your starter wish?
Yeah, I knew you. Yeah. Wait, no, I actually do have a wish.
It's
Sorry.
too late now. Hey, what's your starter wish?
Okay.
Actually, no.
You don't get one anymore.
I really liked how Nikki was being that like for lack of a better, young girl who's interested in everything and like the peppy Naruto character, for lack of a better term, just always there, being this like happy go lucky girl who's just there, and like it's like really good. I guess a wish for me is maybe bring runes into the game in some way, shape, and form. I don't know if that's possible.
Runes?
Yeah, so like both Verstein and A have the ability to read runes because of our classes.
Mhm.
So it would be interesting to see if like for some reason runes, like we found something that had runes on it and like it had
I mean, it should happen if we, when we were now leaving the setting for the first time, so that now we actually do have, I guess, a chance of finding something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure
gonna
you'll
just
find
pop
something
up
like
on nowhere
that.
instead.
Very rune. I'm sure you'll find something like that. Very rune. But
Nikki,
That's
start.
why you,
I will never stop.
that's why you don't get a wish, That's why you don't get it.
Come on.
Yeah, a star for A. Well, that was one of the best role playing I've ever seen. Massive star, meteorite.
Thank you.
I wish Nikki gets to see Finn again, and then maybe redo the arm wrestle contest,
And
and then
Nikki
hopefully
in a tree.
she not humiliates them.
Mhm. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
and maybe
sure we can see that.
get a gift for the kids to give. That would also be nice. But that's 2 wishes.
All right. Well, you can have a say. I think that's fair. I mean,
I was gonna say that my
you get
wish
Baz's
was to
wish.
hang out more with the children. If anyone actually cared about my wish.
We don't. Vetrastine, start a wish, please.
I guess my style will be A. I guess I like how Ronin played his character very well. I mean, the way he played the character. You can see that how immature the character is because of his like how to say drastic. Is it drastic? Very sudden. Not sudden. How do you say it?
Extreme.
Oh, yeah, extreme measures like to point out his authority, but I guess he has a point as well. And I liked how argue for argue against Bettelstein's shady way of doing things, stepping out of his boundaries of his responsibility. So I really like that actually. So my wish, I think, for the next one, our next session, I wish that I could play Bettelstein better. I have to like really understand his character better, I guess.
Doing good.
I think
Yeah,
that's all.
I think so. Is there anything you'd like to see from me? It's going to be very hard for me to help that wish come true because that's for yourself. Whilst I appreciate that, is there anything you'd like to see more from the game?
Well, perhaps the supernatural element to the game has just started, so I'm looking forward towards it. So I hope it's like a very great element to
Okay.
the game.
Whoa.
Perfect.
I
I
didn't
think
quite
so.
understand that. What exactly is his wish?
Oh, sorry. There's the supernatural element because
Oh,
last
supernatural.
session we
Okay,
had
okay.
yeah,
I
we
heard
have,
that,
like,
but I wasn't
the
quite
wolf.
sure if that's what I heard correctly. Okay, yeah, no, all right, yeah, I get that definitely. Yeah.
We have like the wolf in the sky, the apparition of the
Mm.
wolf in the sky, from last session, and then there's like a woman named Freya suddenly entered our staging, so it's like suspicious things like that. It's very like keeps the game interesting,
Alright.
and I really
Thank you.
enjoy that.
Golva, star on a wish, please.
I'll think I'll give my star to Nikki as well. I do enjoy her sort of, cheeriness. It's very fun. Very fun to interact with her every time so far. Good time. So yeah, I do like that. I'm looking forward to how that goes, especially during combat. My wish, I guess. My wish.
You got
I
this.
think that we just see some. I mean, I can't really, I don't really expect anything crazy to happen. I mean, we don't even go that far away from the setting, right? Like, so I don't expect anything like, my mind's a bit tainted from Mondays and Tuesdays, so like,
We're gonna fight a dragon.
I don't expect, I have to tame my expectations, like, I can't think so grand. Like, we're barely going out of the house. No way something great is happening here. It's just gonna be
Yeah,
10
sure.
bandits. We're gonna starting low, right? But basically, I'm looking forward to some some nice sites, maybe some cool maps, and just see the sort of the tundra and the land that Golva would have been traveling through. I just have I said that he traveled through there, but I don't actually know exactly how that would look like, right? So I'm looking forward. I wish for some nice descriptions for next session of what we're traveling through, and the scenery.
All right, nice. Thank you.
Wish some nice scenery.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Guys, thank you very much for playing, everybody. I hope you've had fun. We will be back this time again next
very
week.
welcome.
We do have 2 more games tomorrow, and we have a bunch of new games starting, including a Lancer game that I'm going to be putting ads out for soon. So if you want to get involved, make sure you join the Discord. We are going to go raid. We're going to go raid the wonderful Evan Blair Art. Very, very talented artist and just a cool guy. He's currently drawing some D&D stuff, drawing his D&D party, I think. So please send him some love. And until then, thank you everyone for being here, and let's go raid. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Yay!